Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fireside Casts. Or welcome back, actually, because we are in playoffs right now of RGL's Season 11 Sixes, first round, by the way. Tonight, we have Rome versus Amsterdam. Uh, so, I'm Manacute, and with me today is my very handsome and well-spoken co-caster, Giblert, aka W Bacon, aka Winged Bacon.
I don't know about either of those adjectives, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
How you doing? How you feeling tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just getting ready for the weekend. Just the usual working man stuff.
Oh yeah, of
I say that as
course.
if I work really hard. I work in an office, but you know,
Amen.
you know how it is.
Yeah. All right, let's run down these rosters then. On Rome, if I'm not mistaken, it's the usual suspects. Well, for this season at least. We got Rive and Vio as the scout duo, with Raven and Quax on Soldier, MiG-21 on Demo, and Medic Gadilli.
Yep, and on the side of Amsterdam, we have Flank Scout Raygun. It is Ray Gun, not Reagan. On Pocket Scout, we have Noah, the artist formerly known as Obama Pyramid. Rumor, we got 5 Ani, not Sunny, I believe. Pocket Soldier, Fancy Sun, Demo Man, fellow Longcorn Mouse Cake, and Medic Weep Whacker.
Fellow what now, Mouse Cake?
Oh, went to the same school. He's in the same program, actually.
Oh, wow. That's sick as hell.
I didn't realize I had one of my professor names as my Steam name and he messaged me, "Why do you have my professor's name?"
What a coincidence. Maybe you ran
Yeah.
into him in class. That'd be
Also,
funny.
there's another TF2 player that went to the same school that I didn't even realize till after I started playing TF2. So we probably saw each other at some point and didn't even know.
Anyways, well, bringing us back, the maps today, in case it's not already obvious. Wait, we're probably still in SF, so I will go down all three. So we're starting off on Granary for map 1, moving on to Sunshine map 2, and ending off in the tiebreaker, Bagel for map 3. So I was kind of AWOL for this season, you might say. I know you said you scrimmed against these teams a little bit, Mr. Giblert. How are you
Yeah,
feeling about these rosters?
yeah, since our team played basically Advanced Prime, we ended up playing the playoff advanced teams every now and then. At least once a week, we'd play at least one of these teams. And from what I've seen, these teams are fairly close in skill level. Neither one feels significantly stronger. I probably would give the edge just based on feel, not really taking the maps into account. I would say Rome felt just a touch stronger, a little bit more coordinated. But in terms of DM, I feel like possibly slight edge towards the Hamsterdam, especially on these projectile-centric maps. You got Mouse Cake. Even though he's not grinding the game, he's always had a lot of uh, talent in the mechanical department. As well as Fancy Sun is just, again, same thing there. I feel like this is going to be a map he's going to do very well on. Not to say the projectile classes on side of Rome aren't strong either. They have Mig's very creative, Quax is very solid all around. Raven also has been really coming up and doing well both last season and this season. So, I mean, obviously it is Granary. It is a map that's largely dictated by the projectile classes, especially soldiers. One of the few maps where it's not completely dominated by scouts. So, really big chance for these players to make their impact in this first map here.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially like this huge mid. I remember always back in the day, not even back in the day, like when this is played recently, you just see soldier bombs just taking over these mids, just double bombs, counter bombs. Even spam plays a big part of this mid because of just how much of the line of sight there is between all the high ground and such.
Yeah, Granary's a very weird map in the sense that it can either be very fast or very slow, because it's really easy to mid to last on this map, especially because very often meds die. It's very hard to keep your med alive, and if you do keep your med alive, it is pretty easy to mid to last. On the other hand, it can, as you know, you've obviously seen, it can slow down to a crawl. Uh, though with the new 4 minute round timer, that will fortunately be kind of alleviated a little bit. Uh, as far as like, I believe it was Rowan that picked this map, yeah, and from we actually did scrim Amsterdam on this map. This was our very last scrim for last season. It did feel like they were a little bit unconfident on the map, like they weren't quite sure what they were doing. We weren't really sure what we were doing because we didn't scrim this map either this season. But so I do feel like Rome, especially since they picked the map, uh, I got to give them the edge on this first map here, just because uh, I Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell they're going to be the more comfortable team. Unless Amsterdam, has really got it together. I mean, they've had a better week to scrim, a better week to practice, so we'll see what they've got. As we're going live, I'll let you take it away with the first mid.
Yeah, thank you. You have any last minute predictions?
No, I think it's going to be a close one. It is, unless it really gets into like the mid to last, mid to last, mid to last pace. Granary is rather slow, but I'm predicting like I think like a 3-1 or like a 4-2 in favor of Rome for this first map.
I think I gotta cheer for my boys. Not really my boys, but some of my friends, I guess. My friends of friends. 3-2 in favor of the hamsters here. We're starting it off. Big spam already on Sunny. Mig's taking a bit of damage too. Big bombs though. Quack's already landing in on the medic. Weed Whacker with the hops. Is able to barely make it out, but still, he will be finished off by that Rive scout coming in. Still, oh, actually, with the medic dead, Rome's looking to back out. Mousecake bombing in, and that will not be enough though. Sunny and Fancy Sin falling up. They're both going to fall in order as well. With that, it's going to be a somewhat convincing Rome mid. They're going to be able to take this straight to 2. So Amsterdam aiming to bunker down on last now. Maybe even contest 2 actually, as they're starting to move with their scouts.
Yeah, it might be able to contest 2 here. 2 is pretty close to the spawn, but should be pretty much free yard, the like pseudo second point for Rome. We'll see which side they take this, if they're going to try to poke away at the shutter, take it left through lunchbox. Looks like they will take it through lunchbox. Even walk it through Z, now looks like they're going to go through the lunchbox.
Yeah, they get spotted out pretty early. Looking to move up here. Actually, only Quack's taking the upper, and they're popping pretty early bottom left here. Hamsterdam are pretty well evacuated. Still, Vio able to get the pick onto Raygun early. The soldiers above as well from Hamsterdam waiting for a collapse here. Fancy Sin on the combo, getting juggled by Vio. Still trades coming out left and right. Noah coming back. We'll get Raven, but the cap time from Vio notices it's open. He gets bombed though, and Sunny will be able to confirm the kill. 3v4 here. Rome will be able to close out the deal with the follow-ups from Quacks and Rives, and that will be the first round in only 2 minutes in favor of Rome.
A very good job rolling their momentum there. Like I said, this map can go mid to last very fast. At first it didn't look like it was too great going through that left shutter there, but really good play in the post fight, really good play playing the point there, bringing everybody to it and securing that last point.
Yeah, really good from Vio there, noticing that it was open, and then the rest of the team followed straight up. Still next mid though, it's just the first round. Mig rolling out upper and Mousecake on lower. Early bomb coming out. It will be landing. Oh, Weed Whacker. Oh, going down pretty early on the mid. So now Rome aiming to back out. Still the flank coming out from the scouts on Amsterdam. Will be able to confirm the kill. Only 2 players left alive on each side. Mousecake 9 HP and Raven on the high ground, just trying to get the frag here. Barely misses that last rocket for splash. So, unless something horrific goes out, yeah, we'll be barely in favor of Amsterdam on this mid.
Yeah, a lot better for Amsterdam there to actually get the mid, actually win the mid that time. It felt like Rome had a good advantage after they got the med early, but I don't like where they decided to post up around their med over in this kind of back corner. Just not a whole lot of room to move. At that point, either commit or just leave all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they stalled there, and that was all the time that it took for the one scout to get behind from the side of Amsterdam and just eliminate the medic. Still even Ubers now from both sides. Gidilli 20 HP from amazing rocket spam. I think Fancy Sin shooting rockets from garage. Still 1 health kit away, so not gonna be able to do much. Still, ooh, big damage again onto Mig. But yeah, both teams just building the Uber. What do you expect to see on this coming stalemate?
I'm not quite sure, my game crashed, so I'll have to let you take it away for a few minutes.
Yeah, no worries. It happens to everyone. Yeah, standard Granary. Yeah, same thing as Gully, right? Yep. Both teams just staring each other down. Weed Whacker getting a little dinged up from the rocket spam, but nothing a little health pack can't fix. Mousecake 2 waiting to get the buff, and yep, good old Granary. Still, it looks like the flank of Amsterdam are starting to make a move on that empty yard left side. Will be forcing Raven out, and with control here, Sunny gonna be able to make his way towards Zed. But backing out, ZZ. Yeah. So They're gonna re-heal here. Maybe just jump straight in. Gets spotted. Hits the roof, unfortunately. Oh, what a rocket! Gets the drop onto Gadilli. And with that, it looks like Amsterdam are getting antsy to just move straight in. Wait, oh, Raygun, maybe a little bit too aggro, and he will get taken down by Mig. Still trades happening on the flank as well. So, thankfully, it looks like Amsterdam will be able to take control of the situation here. Yeah, YBT and Fancy Sin moving in as well. And this is just going to be cleanup. Rome needs to be careful here to not continue chain feeding onto last.
Yeah, it almost looked really bad with Raygun dying so early there, just nowhere near his team, but very good on the rest of the team to kind of, regroup a little bit, hold Uber, wait for Rome to feed, and then now it looks like they should be taking the second one for free as they're into the upper and have massive ad for last. And only level 1 sentry up for Rome right now, so looking great.
Ooh, big damage on the spam from Rome. Quacks up there, making them work for their peak, but still, they're going to leave without... Amsterdam is going to leave without any casualties. Still 50 ad, careful with Theo on the sniper. And here comes the Uber, bomb straight in, Mousecake taking down the gun. Cap time a little bit now. Ooh, crazy air shot from Quacks onto Fancy Sen. We'll be trading out, and the heavy from Vio coming out. They need to start securing the cap if they want to get this down, and they will be forcing the heavy towards it. It's just YBT and Raygun here. Oh, no, never mind. That's a lot of players, actually. 4v2. We'll be able to clean up the rest of Rome, and a very good Uber there, converting that mid win. So it's going to be 1-1, actually, so tying it up. A great display from Amsterdam there.
Yep, and really key moment for both soldiers really showing up on that last fight. Taking control of that pipe there, winning that sort of MG last fight. Very key on this last.
Yeah, classic MG scenario there. Application coming into play. Still heading to the next mid. Mig taking some big damage from Mousecake up top. It will be just both teams biding the time once again. Never mind, a big early bomb coming out here. Will be landing, Raven landing in on Weed Whacker, and the collapse is amazing from the rest of Rome. Still, that will be the trade out from Fancy Sun onto Gadilli. And it's just going to be another 2v2 here. YBT and Raygun stuck behind. Vio winning the first fight. Will he win another one? And it will be the 2v1 for Vio with the taunt. Cherry on top.
Yeah, kind of like we were saying earlier before the cast, this really isn't safe mid for meds. It's very easy to trade meds on this mid. This is really not a great place to stand for either team without really baiting or committing to a really dangerous spot.
Yeah, exactly. This is just a... That was just a double bomb type mid, and both teams' meds kind of blew up instantly. It will... Yeah, it does look like Gadilli actually coming up on that crits, with the crits at 20% and growing. So, looks like they are opting to catch Amsterdam off guard here. They're trying to get a little bit aggro. Both teams actually getting a little bit antsy, though.
This is somewhat of a difficult map to crits on, but out of all the points to crits on, this is probably the easiest one. Oh, he gets a good sticky, and there it is. A little too late with the bomb. Gadilli does go down, but 3 down on the side of Amsterdam. Very close fight, but Fancy was on the last one alive, and it's gonna lip line for a little bit, finally taken down. That's a second for Rome.
Yeah, almost getting Raven in the trade too. The collapse from Amsterdam, good, but not good enough to make up for your Med and Demo instantly dying, or Med and Scout instantly dying, so... Well, they could have been rolled to last. They made the best of the bombs there, but still great crits there from Rome. They're trying to hold on to 2 here as well, but the damage is insane from... the projectiles here on that cap. They're forced to back out a shutter here, and Mousecake's there to lock it down, so without too much resistance, thankfully, Amsterdam able to take that cap back and already working their way into yard as well with the players down. Ooh. Oh, the bomb not enough, but oh, never mind. Will be enough to secure Vio, so maybe they keep rolling this.
Oh, big place by Fancy Stone. Demo going down there. Yeah.
Traded out, yeah. Both demos traded out. Soldier for Scout too, so that's going to cut the momentum to a halt. So looks like we're entering the dreaded stalemate once again.
Yeah, I'm curious what the Rome's going to try to do on this map. They're just going to try to push this left side and look like they will just try to get Raven behind. Let him go for the direct bomb, try to bring some eyes, maybe get a pick.
Yeah, both scouts already pressuring out Sunny there, getting pretty weak to those that beam scout in the face. Rive already heading deep behind with Raven. They're taking control of the yard here, but the trade's coming out. YBT running straight in, going for the MiG demo, and that will be Gadilli dropping the demo there. Still, the Raven behind as well. Maybe able to collapse here. Sunny caught out kinda, maybe bombing too miscommunication, bombing too early. Oh, and Raven, with that collapse coming in finally, able to catch HAMSTERDAM unaware and just clean up the entirety of the team.
Yeah, that was a great late for Raven to stay behind there, coming for the collapse. That looks like it's going to be pretty much a pre-last on the side of Rome.
Yeah, 2-1 in favor of them now. So, actually going pretty fast pace, only 10 minutes and 3 rounds already passed.
Yeah, this isn't your granddad's Granary. This is the new generation of Granary.
Yeah, big plays being made here. Heading to next mid though. Looks like, yeah, both demos actually opting to go choke this time. Mig finally giving up on his dreams of going catwalk. Yeah, both meds heading up catwalk as well. Just trading spam. You know how it is. Early bombs from both soldiers actually coming in here. The bomb directly onto Weebwhacker. Quacks is going to take him down, but Raven traded out as well. Still, frags going both sides, but Gadilli is able to escape with the help of Mig and VO. I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy pickings for them to lock out the rest of HAMSTERDAM here.
Yeah, I'm curious if HAMSTERDAM tries to change up the middle a little bit. It feels like every time Weebwhacker side, at least on the last two meds I watch, is in pretty much exactly the same place, next to the wall between the crates. We'll see if try to roll out a different location, maybe delay a little bit longer, maybe rotate through a little bit faster. But either way, we'll see if they have to change something up because Rome, once again, has a big advantage, looking to retake mid here.
Yeah.
Going through choke, taking a lot of damage in this corner though, taking a lot of spam. Everyone's pretty low here, but Rome actually managed to find the pick first, and they're going to roll this straight to second, it looks like. Choosing to actually popping it in the yard, not catching anything, but everything went on HAMSTERDAM still very low. In Gary fences and finally does get caught out.
Yeah, one more pick from Quacks peeking that shutter, and another from Mig getting on that forwards. Great awareness from him there. And with that, HAMSTERDAM is going to might be forced back to last. Oh, YBT caught out unfortunately as well. Juggled in by Quacks there. Quacks going again. Actually, never mind. Maybe a bit too antsy from that play. Still, HAMSTERDAM forced all the way back to last, so there might be able to milk here, but this is pretty, oh, Stick's dead though, it's gonna help them. Still pretty menacing, especially with the threat of backcap from that lunchbox area, but they managed to clear out all the doorways, and they still have a tiny amount of ad, but not enough to really go off of, so I think they're content to sit in garage. Sorry, cap.
Yeah, they look very sketchy once the demo is holding his traps. So once he died, definitely alleviates a lot of the pressure from this mode. There's just so many places traps could be on the pillars, around the corners, on the boxes, the backs, doorways. So many spots to have to check. That once they're dead, that alleviates so much pressure. And
yeah, Rome trying to flex their way through lunchbox here, make some space, get some picks, but HAMSTERDAM's pretty content to just meet them quite casually. Yeah, no one from Rome really committing yet. I guess they're just trying to scope out the area, make sure no one's about to blow up to a trap. Raven up top, looking for that 1v1. But both soldiers getting kind of low. Ooh, nice sticky snipe. Almost gets the frag from mouse kick onto Raven, but not enough. So it looks like Rome's happy to just fish for a frag here. Raven committing through the doorway after knocking Sunny down, but ray gun's there to deny him, so not much happening off of that play.
yeah, we'll see what HAMSTERDAM decides to do. See if they're just going to try to push out a little bit, poke into yard a little bit, see if they can counter the pick.
Yeah.
Really not an easy place to counter-sack out of it. All the doors are pretty easy to watch.
Yeah, I would definitely like them to get eyes on Mig like in Shutter and Mig on like in Lunchbox and recognize that they'd be able to push Shutter. Like abusing where the demo is not is definitely something that would be pretty strong in the situation because you're just able to get that free pick on the soldier alone. FancySen opting to come up on the spy though. Oh, getting piped. I don't know if Mig actually knows that he hit that. If he's what is it? if his perception skill is high, maybe he notes that the pipe exploded but didn't make a hit sound. I think that's the mechanic.
I believe that's correct. But we have Raven peeking through the lunchbox here.
Yeah,
But
the
most of the time,
sniper.
I'm just kind of chilling above. Not really too concerned about. Oh, the pipe's coming in. Weebar can take down very low by that first pipe. They're taking on Raven and Quacks in the meantime, though. And
Yeah. Yeah, Raven Sniper kind of walking around the corner into Fancy Sin. Still, yeah, Rome actually pushing Lunchbox. Rive getting an early frag onto Ray Gun, so great push there. And the trade, YBT, super aggro all up in Rome's face, trying to get a lot of these flashes out. And it will be a slightly better Uber in favor of Amsterdam. But Mig, with the trap kill, is able to take down Weebarker immediately. But again, trade out. The sheer DMs coming out of both teams here. Amsterdam in this case able to salvage the med frag onto Gadilli. With the numbers, they might be able to peek into mid even. Quacks with a big high bomb, trying to make that fancy high bomb happen, but just trades out for Fancy Sun.
Yeah, the trade looked really good right there. I mean, they had multi like 4 people. I was really surprised that that pick at the end of the Uber on Weeb Whacker, really huge, turning that around right there.
Yeah, definitely. Mig definitely salvaged that play, turning it from like a potential huge collapse into like a just have to give up yard, and now we're holding mid again.
Well,
Rome
bad
actually,
situation to be. It looks like the team's soldier in right now. Raven bomb again, fighting the flank. Takes down the scout very low, but not able. Another scout coming in, gonna chip it down, but I'd actually be caught here. Not pinched and forced to run behind.
yeah, Riot trying to follow up on Raven, but unfortunately just too slow. Gets caught in there.
It just felt a
With that.
little bit disconjointed there. Just kind of one by one, people died.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, I think they stayed a bit too long in garage as soon as they lost that first pick, and Rive was caught in. They should have cut their losses. Looks like we do have a pause after that. Yep, everyone's frozen in midair, so I guess it is a pause. We're coming up on even Ubers.
It's kind
Amsterdam.
of it's kind of interesting how it's kind of interesting how kind of like we said earlier, this map can be either really fast or really slow. And I've kind of seen both sides of it. First 10 minutes, 3 rounds, and this last about 7-8 minutes has been kind of really back and forth, a little bit slow, kind of just slowly inching their way forward and backwards. Had a little bit of off class, and nothing too crazy though. The game is moving, but much slower than the first 10 minutes. Do you have any other thoughts, Manacute?
Not really. I think he gave a perfect description. This is it's just been a huge game of back and forth. Um, lots of Uber trades. So I know like YBT, like Noah, he's been having a lot of very aggressive Uber trades, and uh, it remind me if I'm mistaken, but I think Weebwhacker has died in both. I mean, in both of the posts.
Yeah, I believe so. At the very least, I remember him dying in the last one.
Yeah. So like I really like the ambition behind going for those like 1v4s and just getting a ton of flashes and then letting your team come in with the space you've made, and maybe even take the last bit of the Uber for flashes. But the last part of the recipe is that as a team they need to make sure that their medic can live afterwards as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you're saying, that trade looked very promising. Like flashing 4 people looked like a dream come true trade. While they're able to mostly just solo the scout, even though they popped a little bit earlier, we're gonna have a little bit better Uber, but just post fight didn't quite work out for them.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised Mick was able to get those sticks and like instantly kill him though. Yeah, I should have been. Maybe we should have been looking more carefully. But well, who knows?
Another thing on the thing to keep in mind is I want to see how these teams play these next couple mids going forwards, because kind of as we've seen, it's been rather slow paced when it's on these like when one team isn't getting mid lasted, or you don't have some like crazy crits play going on. The I'm just really interested to see how they kind of change up the positioning of the meds, like where they just like roll out, and because I think they'll have a big impact. If we, this round could go on for the next 10 minutes, maybe we'll never see another mid. It's very possible in Granary.
Absolutely. Oh, looks like we will be unpausing. Instant frag from Mig, getting that trap kill into Sunny, and that's gonna halt Amsterdam aggression. So Rome already peeking choke there. Big bomb from Fancy Sen, but it might be a mistake as he will go down there. And with that opening, also Raven looking to head behind in on Weeb Whacker, gets one nice rocket, and Rai following up gets the drop. Wow.
Wow, yeah, didn't see that coming. That's but really good room taking space and poking at that choke. And kind of regrouping a little bit, going back to the choke, whipping around. Both soldiers on high ground here. This is a real tough choke to push through and make almost dying to the spam right there. Now down 3, room gonna. Looks like they're probably gonna have to give up the RGL unless they want to force Ruben and just try to go for the picks as they come in. But HAMSTERDAM a little bit slow, not really doing anything right now. Just opening setup on this mid.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to be, yeah, like you said, they need to be careful about the, about what their Uber can't catch here. Looks like they do have the doorways covered, but with Raven down, that might be a little bit harder. Mousecake getting that entry, counter entry pick, I guess. Vio with the Uber popped up will be able to get Ray Gun. Mousecake caught as well, and Sunny maybe, yeah, 3 picks. Trading out at least. Rive cratering in the corner there on mid, but still, with this many players down, it's probably... Ooh, I was about to say, look, Rome might be able to make their way into 2, but HAMSTERDAM is ready right now, 75%. Yeah, Rome opting to just play it safe instead of going for the crazy play I was cooking up in my head. It looks like this is when the pause happened, so Mousecake disconnected apparently.
Yeah, really unfortunate timing because it's going to slow down their push a little bit, and looks like they might not even take this out. It looks like they're might have thought it had already evened out while they're waiting on Mousecake to roll out. Opting to play a little bit safe, understandable, considering you're back on your second already. This mid is pretty tough to break when the other team's set up, even with the Uber ad, if it's not really big. And especially considering they're probably not as comfortable with the map. Opting to take the safe play, understandable here.
Yeah, absolutely. Big pressure, you know, first map, playoffs, determines the direction of the next few games in the series, for sure. Rome looking to start making, working their way into yard again, but Mousecake doing a good job blocking that thing off. Yeah, both teams getting really aggressive in that small garage doorway, but never mind, I guess I'm blind. Raven jumped in and managed to get the force onto Weeb Whacker. So
yeah, Raven going super high. I didn't even see how he Raven bombed in there, but no scout near Weeb Whacker, just soldier living way too long. Weeb Whacker, really good surface and movement there, trying to milk it as long as possible, but just team wasn't quite in the right position to really help their med there, it looked like.
yeah, Rome looking to take their Uber through choke here, maybe even milk it. The bomb from Fancy Sun, just making space, not really with the commit. Quack's coming in as well. Bombs from both soldiers on the side of HAMSTERDAM, just trying to buy as much time as they possibly can. Big damage. Giblert with the soldier right above him, forced to pop there. And Mousecake getting a trade too. Ooh. Onto Raven. Yeah, Mousecake getting Raven will be nice, but sadly Reagan getting caught out. It's gonna make things a little bit worse. 2 down for both sides as Mousecake peeking in, able to get that frag onto Quacks into Z.
Gotta be very careful, especially this lock and load. On the lock and load, like all the funny weapons.
Yeah, Weeb Whacker was definitely under 100 there, I think eating one of those pipes early on. Still, with that Uber and his health back, he's going to be looking to make his way into yard with the rest of this team. Still with enough Uber at to also make their way into mid. Rome not really in position yet, doing their best to get up there and have the trap set up as well.
A very small lad now, we'll see how they take this. Just opting to pop through choke, but they're already 85%. Was not going to be able to cap the point if Rome pops back instantly, and already down 1. Plus got Quacks and Rive creating a lot of chaos behind, so really going to get nothing with that Uber, unfortunately. You know, Rome in yard, getting pick on Fancy Sun. Really, 70 ad here to work with, a lot to work with. Unfortunately down mid on their side, so not as much threat on their Uber, but still enough to push them back, push HAMSTERDAM back to last.
Yeah, great turnaround from Rome there. They had that heads-up flank play that won them, like, garage instantly. And now with full ad, ooh, Giblert getting bombed, surfs, and not afraid of the sniper, popping pretty deep in. And with HAMSTERDAM, yeah, their players should be getting caught out. A little bit of a jump there is going to save Fancy Center for a second. 2 down, and they're corralled in the corner, cap time coming out. It's not looking so good for the Hamsters right now.
Yeah, good pipe control by the soldiers once again. I feel like, at least in my experience playing this map, having control of that pipe up there When you fight at the last, just the perfect power position to shoot down at the point or high bomb off of it. You have so many options. And Soldier just uncontested up there. I think that was Raven shooting down, and another clean last push by Rome. So once again, finally do get to see another mid. We'll see how the teams change it up.
Yep. Looks like both demos opting to go onto that lower once again. Mousecake quite a bit faster than Mig. Not opting to stick off the pack though, so Mig will be able to get his health, thankfully. Both soldiers from both sides already going for that early bomb, but the turnaround from HAMSTERDAM, they're ready to take care of these bombing soldiers. Raven though landing on the medic, only able to get that one rocket off, and it's going to be 2 soldiers down for the side of Rome. So thankfully Rive able to trade out onto FancySen, but with those players down, Rome forced to leave, and it's going to be even Ubers. HAMSTERDAM actually opting to just continue going in, pressuring for their sack, but one rocket off is all Sunny's going to get.
They're down now, but really good spawn time on FancySen. They should be okay on Amsterdam. Should be able to lay in. Rome not really going to try a whole lot. Going to poke Garage a little bit, so I think snowball this. Pretty deep in Garage, but already taking a lot of damage from the mouse kick spam right here. The soldier coming in FancySen, picking off Mig there, so going to open up a big opportunity to get in second here. Looks like they're going to opt to go choke. Soldier already flooding through, taking the little shack away. FancySen kind of low. Uber forced out, but yeah, I mean, HAMSTERDAM not even really committed there. Just going to be able to back up and hold that Uber pretty easily. Oh, the soldier gets in, forces the Uber anyway. And HAMSTERDAM popping back in yard, chasing down VO, going down. Not enough to get the demo, but we'll get them yard. In 2 picks, we'll see if they're able to snowball both of us into the true second point.
Yeah, this might be tough though, because they're all at Shutter facing off against Mig. If he buys enough time, they're able to get spawns, but still, Raygun finally able to use that flank, get in, takes out Raven on that high ground, and with that, Rome is forced to back out there.
Down one soldier, I kind of see HAMSTERDAM peeking this left a little bit. Unfortunately, the demo there now, maybe a little bit too late at this point, but down a soldier on this last makes getting space a lot easier.
Yeah. Slight Uber ad on the side of a Rome, but it will be risky to push out with, yeah, only like 20% ad, so very small timing.
Especially with the banning config, really just not worth taking those like small 20% ads.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, they're in the lead. They don't really need to win right now. They can just sit back and then enjoy the piece until they have to win a round. Even then, if they,
even though they lost the last one, or going like pretty well from them, they still kept their meta alive, so not going too bad on that front either.
True. Yeah, Rome opting for a sniper and an NG. FancySen just kind of dying. Not sure. I guess he died to make trap, blew himself up. Rive peeking deep into lobby here, hoping to get an angle onto somebody, but Mousecake wary? Yeah, wary enough, able to barely dodge that first shot. And with that, ooh, peeking again, gets some good damage.
Rive getting a lot of space there, but unfortunately not quite able to get anything, even though Mousecake was just barely in the sideline a little bit.
Yeah, we will have FancySen on Spy as well. Looks like he's going to be heading upper, trying to get in. Ooh. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like he just stood on Mig's head and he might know. He's opting to just go for a quick sap instead and hopefully have a soldier go. Sunny in. Ugh.
I like the idea to go for the sap, but just felt a little bit disjointed. The soldier's a little bit late to come in.
Yeah. At least there's the trade onto the sniper, but still. Yeah. Rome trying to just peek into lobby here, but without that 6th player and VO on NG, it's going to be a little tough to do so.
We actually have Rive. We'll see if Rive's just checking the... Looks like Rive's just checking the off classes.
Yeah.
So this time FancySen deciding to play different off class coming upon Sniper.
Yeah, let's check out. I'm checking out his first shot right now. They're probably like reasonably suspected, but maybe they don't.
Doesn't even
Quack's
matter.
going
Just hits
down.
a great peak right there. Now a lot of space on the left probably. They can look through the shutter a little bit. Actually, no, never mind. The demo holding pretty close now. But Med in a very safe spot. This is pretty easy. Last play on Med versus a sniper. Especially have a gun right here.
Yeah, with the gun. He makes, yeah, FancySen taking the deep swing, but just gets blown up by the NG crits. Rive actually committing on Spy 2. Interesting. Mig, what a random kill. I guess Mig just 2-pipes a soldier up top. Crazy lock and load things.
Yeah, that's lock and load after all.
Oh,
Classic lock
never
and
mind.
load.
Yeah, never mind. The soldier died on cap, but that's either way. That's gonna open up a ton of space, and the force actually will come out. It looks like Weed Whacker might have actually forced to the spy. Was he? Oh, apparently he was disguised as a friendly sniper. Scratch that. Never mind. I'd be kind of blind. They tried to Uber into Rome and just were not able to catch anything, and Rive might continue to be unspotted behind, able to go for a big play.
Yeah, definitely no Rives back there, but either way, really big add-on. Oh, yep, Rive going down finally. It's still 58% add on the side of Rome right here. Trying to make their way through this kind of right yard area. Getting held up at the shutter, good damage by the soldiers. Oh my god, so much damage from that crossfire between the soldiers. Getting absolutely blown up in the shutter there, and that's going to completely neutralize that push from Rome, sending back to last.
Yeah, huge
might even
nuke.
potentially even round opportunity for HAMSTERDAM here. Still decent spawn times on VO and MiG. No traps on the point. Gonna make them come to the point. Weebark actually doesn't have the Uber yet, but now finally getting it. No pipe control. I really want to see the pipe control. Someone get up there. But Weed Whacker popping the better Uber, having the flash shoe on the side of blue. Getting the pick on right finally. Yep, now finally have someone jump in the pipe. And the MG battle. A lot of point time though on the side of HAMSTERDAM. And yeah, they finally get it. 3-2. Very close game.
Wow. Yeah, that was a crazy exchange. I think it just evolved straight into Amsterdam scouts eating everyone alive as like they cross the point together.
Yeah, really good play, just taking space there, playing the early cap, knowing there's no sticks on it. Then playing the post fight, forcing them to come, popping the better Uber, and then just really good post fight play from there.
Yeah,
But
good
I noticed on the
bombs.
last fight that Weebacker just being a little bit closer to the choke there. Was able to live that time, so we'll see if they do that again.
True, yeah. Already super high bombs coming in. Quack's landing on the demo with the 2 rocket onto Mouse Cake. It's going to be quite bad. Quack's actually following up too low, though, taken out by Fancy Sen. It will be Rive trying to follow up and get that med pick. Mouse Cake dead on the... Mouse Cake dead initially, and Sunny going down. Big bomb from Fancy. We'll be able to get the early damage onto Gad, and with the scout follow-up, it's going to be one dead medic for Rome. VO, the last bastion, not enough to make a salvage play. That's and like you said, with Weebracker all the way back at choke, they were forced to bomb straight onto Mouse Cake initially, and accept that frag, and then the rest of Amsterdam were just able to clean it up.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see. I think Rome knew that like early bombs were working on the other mids, but now that Amsterdam's kind of made that adjustment, we'll see how they adjust, how they play the mids in the future. If we see another one, only a minute left. But either way.
Ooh.
Oh, and Uber coming out very early from the an upper scout.
Yeah.
Weebark committing through, getting kind of launched in by the soldier. Raven getting shredded by the scouts, actually kicks one down, and another one going down by the demo. The Uber kind of turned into catastrophe. They're still 4-4, could take this drive fight. Still, Rome nowhere near close to Uber. We'll see.
Yeah,
No.
Rome trying to peek that doorway, but already locked out by Mouse Cake.
On the other hand, no reason to really force things. Even if they win the round there, it doesn't... I guess they were behind, so it doesn't scratch that, never mind. Doesn't look at the score properly.
I will also say that that was an extremely funny surf from, or well, juggle from Weebwhacker getting caught in there because they they immediately noticed that Mig had that doorway trapped up, and I guess one of his scouts was just forced to sacrifice his life for him to get out. As we're rambling here, that will be the Banny timer coming into play. So win limit 4 now.
Oh, and Fancy Sun, not the most effective sack I've seen, but happens sometimes. Nothing we can really do about it. But Sunny already able to trade the pick. We'll see if they decide to send another sack. Make very close here. Gun, level 2 already. Pretty difficult gun to spam, especially when you have the soldier. Able to get beam, pressuring this upper area.
Yeah, they will be
We do
just
have-
posting.
Lots of space on this right here. Watch by the gun, and they do get the gun. Raven shooting down the rockets, and Amsterdam kind of backing up.
Yeah, after they lose Sunny, I think that's it for them. Just willing to back out. Yeah, looking at this setup though, it's really solid. Mig covering like those top right doorways and like all of right side, and then they just have a soldier up top. What do you think's the play for Amsterdam to be able to crack this setup?
It seemed like they had the right idea. I mean, they're able to walk in right. The gun doesn't stop you from really walking in. You can kind of arc sticks and stuff over that little fence thing. So they had the right idea, I think. Just execution maybe just a little bit off, but I think that's already. It is harder now that they have Quacks on Sniper, so I mean, but he's not really watching the sideline right now. He's kind of just walking around. Now perhaps actually he's gonna switch off, and actually looks like he's gonna check off glasses, but actually a pretty good window for Amsterdam, and this time he takes space on the left. Quacks, we'll see if he commits on Spy. Still just checking off glasses, I believe. Though there are none on the side of Amsterdam. Sunny in again. Yeah, once again taking out the gun pretty fast. Amsterdam doing a very good job, and Raven really low now.
Yeah, Sunny getting low. Both scouts on Amsterdam low as well. Raygun just staying a little bit too much. But Fancy's then committing for the sack. Will get the force out. So great coordination there coming out from all of Amsterdam. Just busting through that doorway and getting that gun down.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job coordinating, busting that doorway, like you said, getting the gun down, and then kind of growling them away. And then Fancy's then able to get a great stack from the other side. Now, big opportunity to tie up the game for Amsterdam here.
Yeah, they do have to be careful with Rive on Sniper and Vio on that gun, already having it set up. Still, nothing an Uber can't take care of, hopefully. Looks like they're opting to just pop straight in left side. Maybe catch out as Soldier. Oh, so low already. Raven just being able to land in that spawn door, though, will save his life. And YBT, Noah, just already getting huge cap time. Rome
big
only
collapse on
70.
Soldiers here, and a lot of cap time, but Soldiers getting the pick on the cap.
HP is so low on so many of these Rome players. Mousecake, oh, taking Vio down to 16, but with everyone else from the rest of Amsterdam taken down, Rome mounts an incredible defense against that Uber. With 2 scouts and a demo to boot, they're just able to push straight out, and they will be able to take yard with this too, hopefully with their Uber.
Yeah, I feel like that's just one of those situations, like the classic, you're tempted to stay on the cap as a scout, try to finish the cap, win the round, but it's not quite enough, and then losing that scout, and then not having the skills for the post fight turns catastrophic from there.
Yeah, actually,
it's a tough decision to make.
Amsterdam making huge aggressive plays on the flank. Fancy's bombing across all the way from yard as well, able to get the pick onto Quacks, and then a follow-up as well. Raygun just running straight in from that empty lunchbox area is able to get that force. Even more chaos. Sunny coming in and just getting another frag onto Rive. This is catastrophic for Rome, actually, because this is full Uber from Amsterdam just marching straight in, no setup.
Yeah, popping very deep here. Rome not in great position. So the 2 soldiers kind of hanging out on the high ground. Not really being forced out yet. But got 3 picks, killed everyone on the ground pretty much. Doesn't matter if you're on hide if the rest of your team's dead. And only 3 left. Mig getting some kills here, getting some damage, but it's not going to be enough. Amsterdam's going to cap, and with a second chance there, just really good plays from the flank. Creating all sorts of chaos, getting those picks, and then great job walking in super deep there in the last. And the last fight.
I will also note that they had like a mega flank going on there. They just had like their heals and everyone just all bunched up, and they managed to get that first pick so quickly. Yeah, I was surprised that Rome wasn't able to push out through that shutter area, actually, with just how few people were committed there. Still heading into next mid. Mig taking some early damage. Will be dropping down off that high ground. Both teams. Oh, Sunny already getting quite lit, so the Rome soldiers following up. Weedwhacker already out through choke, but the bombs and collapse already taking over that red choke. 2 picks on the side of Amsterdam. Well, 2 picks against Amsterdam. Raygun caught out as well, deep near Rome's garage, but he will actually have been able to pick up Gadilli in all of the chaos.
Yeah, I think I like how Amsterdam's adjusted. They knew they weren't able to keep their meta alive on the mid, so they're just kind of permitting the debate and going for their mid, kind of going out for Gadilli there. Raygun getting a nice flank. Speaking of which, watch out for the lock and load. Yep, 3 shots, and that should be safe to walk in now. Always scary though.
Yeah, absolutely. Those things are just going straight towards the choke. That is some crazy speed on them. I guess they're more aerodynamic or something.
Harder to see as well, but Amsterdam just popping straight into yard. Really, probably didn't need to use there. Really was nobody on Rome in yard.
Yeah.
But either way, unfortunately not able to get a pick there. It was maybe just a little bit preemptive.
Yeah, the Uber also YBT, I noticed he got blown straight up into the air by Mig's trap, just making that Uber even slower.
Yeah, not even able to get a pick there, so we'll see how they're able to set up on this yard. Really kind of stacking up this left yard. We'll see if Rome decides to try to meet them and catch them here, and it looks like they do as they pop through the shutter. Not getting juggled too bad, but really hard to chase around all these corners. One soldier might go down here. Mouse kick actually might get caught. Now stick it off behind, and looks like he's gonna go down. But
Two
actually,
players. Oh, they come in from the forwards, but they just get cleaned up. Unfortunate.
mouse kick. Oh, almost getting a delay there, popping him straight up, but not quite. Weebwhacker's still alive, has a scout with him, but two soldiers coming in. One very low. Getting ran down here, and perhaps have stayed too long. Getting the forwards just in time, and it looks like Rome's not going to commit. That was very sketchy, yeah, maybe just stayed a little bit too long on that mid. Almost got punished for it, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
absolutely.
are going to keep the Uber on.
Well, thankfully, Noah was able to trade out for Soldier there, so they do have the opportunity to go straight into mid right now. Yeah, no setup on that choke from Rome. They're just trying to get the cap and leave, recognizing the Hamsterdam Uber. Yeah, and it looks like just Quack's going in, big air shot. Ooh!
Oh, nice.
Cake confirming that with the air stick, and that's going to be the one soldier down for the side of Rome. Still, a bit of time bought, so it will be Uber's evening out as Hamsterdam tries to take over that blue yard.
Anti-Sun already in, taking down Vio, actually trading with Vio. Pushing just the pressure from that side, kind of pushing Rome all the way back into the shutter. This looks like it's going to be a free yard on the side of for Amsterdam. Getting that pseudo second point free.
Yeah, nice bomb there nice bomb confirming the scout kill, I guess. Sack turned into a trade. You're never complaining about that.
Yeah, definitely a huge play by Fancy. Like we said, all the soldiers in this game really making big impact. As you'd expect from Granary, of course. But now things in favor. I mean, they've got mid, even Ubers, plenty of time to work here for Amsterdam. They're kind of just walking in and really forcing trade. The enemy met up top, now dropping down. A little bit worse on the side of Amsterdam. Quack's still Ubered here, shooting some rockets at the scout. Fighting for the hideout here, but actually two picks taking down Rive and Vio.
Yeah,
That's 3 picks.
that was absolute chaos. I guess in all of that, Amsterdam was just able to force the Rome flank down, but actually the interrupt coming, Sunny able to trade out Raven there, and not even trade, get the pick, and with they screwed up STV. Darn it.
Well, I think we can assume what happened there, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
It looked like a good situation on the side of Rome. They had the high ground and Med used Uber later. But maybe just overtaste a little bit and just great collapse, really pushing the flank and coming in, cleaning up, getting those picks, and then snowballing that to last. Just great job by Amsterdam.
I will
Not sure if
say
that's planned or just adapting to the situation, but either way, good job by them.
Sorry, I will say I kept my eye on the flank of Amsterdam there, and they were able to push. Like during the chaos of the Uber, they were able to knock the players off of up or down, and all of a sudden you just have all these like the flank. So the two soldiers and the flank scout just ready to pounce from lunchbox and like behind them upper. So yeah, immediately those 3 picks on point coming from the 6-man collapse, I suppose. And then from there, I think that everyone else died on last. So it's, yeah, like you said, I think it's safe to assume what went down at the very end of the round there.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if that was actually like I said, I'm not sure if that was a planned play to kind of take the trade, bait them in, then push them off the high ground and collapse after, or if that's just kind of how it worked out. But like I said, either way, it worked really well.
Yeah, these fights have been like hugely chaotic. It's honestly been hard to keep track of, even with like the helicopter cam zooming around. Just like events on the flanking combo are happening simultaneously, and it's crazy.
It's especially hard in Granary because the flank is so separated from the rest of the map. There's a lot of space between it, as well as like actual like physical walls between it.
Yeah, true. Still, we had a pretty exciting Granary game, heading it up all the way to win limit 4. How do you see, with how things have gone so far, how do you see things panning out for Sunshine for these teams?
Yeah, I think I've got to change my prediction at this point. I feel like considering Amsterdam beat Rome on their map, a map that I feel like was, at least from my very limited experience, seemed like a slightly weaker one on the side of Amsterdam and a fairly stronger one on the side of Rome. I mean, that should give them a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum going into this. I mean, this is their map pick, the Amsterdam map pick we're going into now in Sunshine. This is a map they've done pretty well on this season. I believe they've won, let's maybe count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games this map this season. Excuse me, 4 games. They'd have a close loss to Grandrone, but Another top team, no shame losing there. But do you have any other thoughts on any particular players that stood out to you that game? Anything like that?
Let me think. Let me thinky. Um, no, that's a pretty tough question. I think like both teams just had. It's really hard for me to think of like a standout player right now because I think like both teams just had a lot of like great performances in general and a lot of, but like my main point that I'm trying to babble my way to is that like both teams just worked their way mostly off of coordination plays in the last game. It's
Is
like
there,
you would see like flank pushes all together and then like the flank push would happen and while the combo's pressuring really well, or you just Amsterdam would just have their entire team at Shutter and just like works their way to getting that early pick when they're trying to prevent Rome from pushing into yard, and like yeah, stuff like the exchanges too.
yeah,
They, like I said, they were able to clean up an exchange, and then the super aggression coming out from the red Uber, the Amsterdam Ubers, just turned into having a better post, I suppose.
yeah, like some of the early trades on the side of Amsterdam look kind of sketchy. Mostly just because like they kept losing their meta in the post fight once or twice. But I mean, after they kind of just had heads up and didn't lose their meta in the post fights, everything their post fight collapses were really good. And even in those early fights where they lost their meta, I mean, their post fight collapse was really good because most of the times they're able to at least dodge that, get a bunch of picks, or kill the other med.
Yeah, absolutely. Checking out the logs too. You have anything that stands out to you?
I mean, I think it's funny that three people in room play sniper. That definitely stood out. A little bit of spy action on both sides. Not a whole lot of success. Neither one got a kill. I think when
Um,
the spies, I think Rive did force Sweep Whack with the pistol. It looked like
was that a pistol for force? That's awesome,
I
actually.
couldn't quite tell, but that's what it looked like
Wait,
from my
check the
perspective.
logs. Unfortunately, Rive had 0 AC on a revolver, so
Well,
maybe
maybe it's
they're
just the threat,
maybe the
you know.
presence. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you see the spy and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to drop my players.
Um, because it did look like Sweep Whack was already low, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure what he was low to. Maybe it's just from the previous fight. But I mean, I think looking at the two demos, pretty similar stats in a sense. Mig on Rome going 24 and 12. Good KD, mouse kick as well. Same deaths, going 19 and 12. Both had about the same DPM, about 270 ish. Though Mig taking a lot more, taking about 240. Mouse kick only taking about 150, surprisingly. I'm not really sure. I was taking like such low DPM, but I guess with Granary, I think a lot of sightlines and kind of corners and stuff you can kind of peek. It is, if you want to be a little bit more passive, it does give you those opportunities if you know the angles to play.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you know, Granary being probably one of the worst maps for Flank Scout. Combos Scout's not too bad, but Flank Scout pretty rough. So I'm also kind of interested to see the how the game's going to change because already, like even in the last game, maybe the Flank Scouts might not have like crazy stats, but they're making big plays. So like seeing them really unleashed on a map like this with an open flank, uh, really interested to see how that kind of changes the dynamic of the game.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is like one of the maps where, I guess, like you said, flank has huge potential to make things happen just because of how separated, like how far apart spatially and how isolated in terms of design, like us, the flanks are here. Valley and Cafe, so easy to just like take over if, you have a good flank and then just completely disrupt a push in or out of mid.
Yeah, when we saw that a bunch last game, I expect the same thing to happen this game, honestly, from both teams. Another interesting dynamic that's kind of different from the last map. This map is um, definitely a little bit easier to keep your med alive on, especially because both meds probably have a lot more experience on this map. It's more comfortable playing the positions. So we'll see how that kind of changes the dynamic. Because the first 2 or 3 rounds are pretty fast paced and a lot of med deaths until kind of Amsterdam kind of made that change, having the med kind of bait pretty far back and choke and just trying to play off that.
We'll see what happens still, because I think this Sunshine on these mids, you can get pretty aggressive with your soldier bombs. there's a lot of potential to, if you can get like, if you can keep the enemy demo from rolling your team, you can get those bombs off and then just walk across the cap, or try to catch out the enemy team in their rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess another person from last game on Shadow Fancy Son did really great that game. There's several times I was watching his cam. It just looked like he's bombing and somehow living, getting tons of damage on people, pushing people back by himself. It's great plays, and again, really great plays by all the soldiers. I saw at least. It looked like everyone had their moments where they're really just making plays at the right time, kind of getting the perfect lapses and hitting their shots.
Yeah, I will say both teams had great mids in general. Just lots of all the soldier bombs worked well between the soldiers. Their coordination was almost always on point, and then depending on how the support would come from the rest of the team, I think that generally like ended up determining how the mids would work out. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but I meant to say that I feel that that's gonna carry into this map pretty much. Depending on how aggro they want to get, I could, if they decide to go super aggressive, it's definitely on the combo to follow up on the soldiers, because they've been doing a great job just going together and going from these different directions, at least on Granary.
One thing I wonder if it'll be an X factor in this game. Weebwhack are known to have really, really great mechanics. Not to say Giblert doesn't have mechanical skill, but Weebwhack are really known for his mechanics, and this map being a little bit more comfortable for him, as well as just being more open, more room to move around. We'll see if that kind of makes there's another little edge towards the Amsterdam side.
Absolutely. You have any predictions? Any last minutes?
No, I think this one's going to be competitive again. I think Rome is pretty comfortable on this map as well. I'm going to say 4-3 again, maybe 5-3 in favor of Amsterdam. I think it's going to be another pretty fast-paced game.
I'll go 4-3 in favor of Rome. I want to see a third map. Yeah, as we have the first mid, Sunny already going down to the spam. Fancyson just going behind, trying to drag the players back here, while the rest of Amsterdam just trying to make anything happen actually in their choke, but just not able to procure a frag in time. And with both soldiers down, they're going to be forced out into two.
Very quickly, Quack's making some space here, taking a look.
Yeah, second from
soldier coming in.
Big damage.
Very low here, but actually does
grabs the pipe. Lock and load. That's the difference, I suppose. The bomb in, Sunny trying to make the force on the Giblert happen, but not able to secure it. Mig actually doing some shenanigans behind as well. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but meets Fancyson and gives him a little trade with rocket and stick. Finally, the Uber coming out from YBT. Mig getting quite low, but Giblert able to save him. With that, it's going to be a way better Uber for Rome here. Scratch that, one last flash is going to make it like basically even. And with the collapse from Amsterdam, it's just going to be... Ooh. Alright, not a massacre, but even trades. Damage on Rome players should allow Amsterdam to get into mid here, but with that, it's going to be an even fight on mid.
Raven very low then. Rome just no positioning right now. Just I'm feeling like already at least Rome feels a little bit, I don't know, tentative this half so far. Seems like a little bit slow to take the space there, and then also a little bit slow to leave, and then a little bit slow to set up on mid. Just not playing quite the pace I was seeing from last game. It feels like.
Yeah, true. I was expecting them to be able to set up on mid there, but unfortunately they were, Rome forced to leave out and not contest that, like I'm sure they hoped they could have. Still, we're heading into a stalemate. TF2 we all love and play and watch.
Yeah, but much better now with the Banny config. Gotta say that I am a fan of it.
For real. Amsterdam working their way into Valley here. Maybe they're hoping to send their soldier or, get this game going. But they're content to just buff up now. Rome. Checking out. What do you think's gonna happen here? Just Sunny bomb in?
Looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Well, actually,
no, that's ray gun going behind here. Actually, two behind.
Both of them. Mig forced to go to Valley now and try to meet them. As the flanks are fighting, actually the 2v1, Raygun and Sunny able to confirm the frag onto Riven. VO as well, both scouts down. This could be very dangerous for Rome here. The pinch might be able to come out. Oh! Mig saving the day actually with that lock and load, and with Sunny so low behind, they will be able to get out cleanly, but by getting out, I guess they are leading
Oh,
two.
fancy son with a nice rocket on Gadilli here. Gadilli can take down pretty low. Watching out for the rollers. Fortunately, doesn't have to worry about the lock and load this time against Mouse Cake.
He will. Fancy Sun was able to get the damage onto Mig though, and with Mouse Cake there pressuring top left, he was able to confirm that sticky snipe kill. As we have another pause here.
I'm not sure the exact spawn timers, but it looks like Mig's gonna be down for a while. I really want to see HAMSTERDAM take some space here. Really take advantage of that. Or down Fancy Sun, but I mean, with Mig being down for a while, there should be some room to make some stuff happen.
Yeah, demo for Soldier, you always take those. That being said, oh, are we getting a little bit of foreshadowing here? Maybe like 90 seconds into the future, someone has to tack pause.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit, but it did feel like Rome was just like a little bit slower this half, not quite in the positions they need to be in time. Maybe just taking a little breather, kind of mental reset, and or maybe some just lagged out again. Could be mouse kick internet. Who knows?
Is that a known trait or just speculation?
No, that's just a completely random guess.
Oh yeah, you never know. Maybe lightning strikes his internet provider twice. Their wires. Maybe a shark bit into it.
One thing about the mids I thought was interesting. It looked like kind of Rome was kind of more the style of what HAMSTERDAM was doing in the last map. Gadilli baiting pretty deep in Valley and just kind of killing the people going for the mid, then playing out those picks, which worked out for them. They won the mid, got 2-0, and were able to pressure into second. Just then I believe what happened was kind of had the kind of trade situation. They had the demo pick, and just it felt like they're a little bit tentative to get in. Just a lot of space, no traps to worry about, and ended up using the open. Not a great place. Didn't really force HAMSTERDAM quite where they wanted to, and then got cleaned up in the collapse and sent back to the second. As we unpause, I'll let you take it away with the next action.
Yeah, Rome actually heading in straight into Shutter here, able to clear off those sticks. HAMSTERDAM not really in position to defend the point here. They will be rotating over to Concrete though, getting in position. Quacks with a big sack in, able to get a bit of damage onto Weave Whacker, but the clean surf out will save them the trouble. Did I say defend Cap? I meant to defend Shutter. Anyways, with that pick, HAMSTERDAM looking to make that sack happen top right. It will be both soldiers heading in, securing the NG frag, but that's it. Also ray gun. Yeah.
A lot of damage on yeah, not able to do a whole lot on side. I like that they took the advantage where they had that pick to triple sack there. I love seeing that. And though a lot of counter aggression on the side of Rome. Quack's going down a little bit early. And Rome taking control of the point, but I mean, the spawns are in favor of HAMSTERDAM right now, and Rome gonna be forced to retreat. Once again, the same situation as the pick. We'll see if they decide to send another kind of 3-man. So they actually just walk straight in, just go for the point time. And already got decent point time here. Only a level 1 on the side of Rome here. Trade's about even.
Ooh, first pick will be ray gun going down, but immediately 3 picks on the side of... 4 picks for the side of HAMSTERDAM, and that's going to be an insane collapse, wow.
I'm kind of interested to see they kind of forced the trade, really just walked in there, played the point, but I mean, if the point time's open, why not go for it?
Noah absolutely. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but he masterminded that Uber by just taking the cap and just walking across and opening up that flank left side by rolling the Rome soldier who was there.
Yeah, so they're getting your flank in, absolutely key for these, and I mean, paid off. They made a lot happen with that. As we go to the next mid.
Mousecake's taking a lot of damage from Mick here, but already the bomb. Oh, Fancy Sun kissing with Quacks in the air, and Fancy Sun will be paying for that. Arrive just running straight in, confirms the Weave Whacker frag as well. And that's going to be a clean mid for Rome, actually. Very clean indeed. They baited out the soldier aggression, like you said, perfectly, once again.
Yeah, a lot sketchier that time. Gadilli got down to like 10 HP, if even that, but able to live, and now great opportunity to kind of fight back with their round.
Yeah, Fancy Sun committing on Spy here, lower left. Hopefully he has the timing to make it happen, because if he's not fast enough, he might just get left in the dust. Rome actually slowing down a bit. Is it enough? He really has to chase for this frag. Actually, they will be buffing in lobby. He bumps the scout doesn't know. But it looks like it might be too late. Rome already buffing it. Maybe, maybe not. He gets the demo frag.
That's so
solid.
big.
Yeah, solid, still solid, absolutely. The Uber just now taking out the gun though. Without that demo, yeah, actually, that demo pick throwing a huge wrench into their plans, as no explosives were in the Uber to take out the gun in time, and with that, they're just opting to back out.
Yeah, really good play by Fancy, kind of sneak his way in shutter, kind of timing it as the scout walked through. Good spy play by him. We'll see how Hamsterdam tries to push out of this last. Actually, do lose Noah pretty early. Kind of interesting. It's pretty risky to push out of last down a scout here, but 50 ad. So they decided to take it. I mean, it's banning config. They had 3 minutes left. Either they risk pushing out, popping out, or stay last. It looks like they might just opt to stay last here.
You love to see the ambition either way. Maybe a little bit too over-ambitious, considering how he just got blown up, but, you know.
Is that it sometimes?
Yeah, true. Yeah, Amsterdam, you know they're happy to just sit around on last. You got that pyro and gun set up, so they're going to maximum defense right now. Turtle strat.
Yeah, this gun's always pretty tough to kill. You have to pretty much peek it from this left side, but you have to commit pretty deep. And if they end up getting a sniper at some point, then makes that much more difficult. It's one of those just really tough holds to break, unless you have really great coordination. Actually getting a pick on Quack, so we'll see this idea if they even try to counter sack, and it's like they're just gonna go for it. A single soldier sack. Actually gets a good rocket. Ooh, drops the med!
With the second jump, hits that rocket. Clean stuff there. Great stuff from Sunny.
I was just about to say I didn't expect the unsupported single soldier sack to get much, but you got a lot.
He just flew straight in. He was on Giblert. Yeah, with that, already, Amsterdam, they're antsy to get out of that last before anything chaotic happens. Quack's on the spy. Maybe he's able to clutch out something. But, still, Raygun with the gun on last might be enough to stop him. Still, who knows what he could go for. A stab, or back cap, or even, like, maybe something way later in the round. Yeah. Rome, knowing their spies in play, their sleeper agents, they're just going to back out. Vio actually getting a nice pick onto Fancy Sun as well. And, with that, the Uber's coming in. Giblert going down alone in choke is unfortunate, but with 2 down, this might be the collapse that Rome's looking for.
The soldier comes in, yeah, looks like he's unspotted completely. And spy decloaking, throwing a little bit of extra damage. Helping out a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be... Raygun versus
another
pipe. 5 HP on Raygun. Quack's still cloaked. He's finally going for it here. Mig and Rive just trying to hold down the fort for as long as possible. Quacks gets spotted, pulls out that gat. It will be enough. Oh, never mind. Never mind, because Rive finally confirms the kill. Weedwhacker, he gets his head frag, but it's just evolved into complete pandemonium again. Still, I guess Rome comes out on top there with Weedwhacker still dead. They're gonna have like 30, 40 ad to work with here.
Yeah, I can't say enough. Like, these soldiers' bombs, like, recommitting into these fights, recollapsing the timing's been great from both teams.
Yes,
there's another
absolutely.
great bomb, and then recollapse from Fantasy Sun again. Kind of salvaged it a little bit.
Oh. I was about to say the Rome had an amazing collapse there, because they just, like, converged on that valley immediately and got those 2 frags. As soon as Amsterdam realized what was going on.
Yeah, Raven's bomb from behind was huge. She's got tons of damage to those Super 2 rockets, and destroyed the people in the valley there.
Yeah, the gun already maybe getting spotted? Not sure, but still, Rome, full ad. They're getting ready to push in here. Just marching in top left. Good juggle from Fancy Sin. You know, half a second shaved off. Gun will go down, and already... Oh, Vio is in it. Right spawn trapped off. Weedwhacker going down pretty low there, but the cap still only starting to get capped now. The bombs coming in from the Rome players. 2 picks down for Amsterdam, and it will be cap time. The Uber coming out will be able to block the cap, and it's just going to be the rest of Rome behind Raven so low. Needs to go down now for the defense to stand a chance. But oh, the recollapse. The indecisiveness of Amsterdam going to bite them there, and it's going to be 1-1 as a result.
Yeah, good patience by Mig, just kind of sticking things and getting that pick there and finally securing the round. So good job by him.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Mig coming back in. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he just ran, like, he'll just put down the sticks and blow people up when Ubers are over. Seems like a signature move in this set as we head into next mid. Both demos just opting to trade damage. Mig and Valley, Mouse, Shake and Choke. Looks like teams will both be meeting kinda Never mind, the bomb's coming out from both soldiers. Fancy Sim going down immediately. Mouse Cake so low. Will get confirmed. And whoa, it's just a massacre. I'm not sure what happened. I guess, yeah, the bomb coming out from Quacks and the follow-up from Rive, it seems, able to just secure the frags at Hamsterdam choke while both soldiers of Hamsterdam went down in the enemy valley.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb looked better on the side of Amsterdam this time. They did get pretty deep on Giblert, but Giblert once again hitting a really nice serve and able to live there.
Yeah,
Speaking of
already.
which, they're walking the last. Still have 30 out here. Getting pretty
Mig.
deep where they pop.
Mig's
They don't have
down,
second
though.
yet, but with the second just now getting capped, not able to pressure cap, this might give Amsterdam time to get the Uber here. They have the heavy kind of push up on this right side. Very clumped up though.
Holy.
And stop the cap on second as well.
Fancy Sin just chatted his way in there. He just got the force, took down Mig, and then got a scout on 2 randomly. And he spawn camped Mig again. The GOAT!
Yeah, Fancy making absolutely huge plays this set. And it's going to be a good situation for Amsterdam now. Now with almost full ad, about 75 ad. 2 picks, no demo traps to worry about. This should be the freest minute in the history of 3 minutes unless something goes absolutely catastrophically wrong.
Yeah, it looks like Sunny able to take down a hider too. 2 explosive down is really bad for Rome here. Unless they get the trade out. Oh, big bomb, Quacks, trying to get the force.
Yeah, and Weebecker, yeah, just maybe Fancy Sun going a little bit fast there and then pushing it a little bit disjointed. Single soldier, somehow a little bit more value is cleaning up the Quacks behind though. Hill, no Uber on side of Rome, as another soldier coming in, very high in the skybox, Rome just walking the way in. Don't have the Uber yet, but just kind of threatening. And looks like might lose Fancy Sun here, very low. Is able to get his arrow.
Bomb behind Sunny and
Super damage, Sunny and fine. Both soldiers bomb at the same time, and wow. Huge pinch by that from both soldiers there.
MVP Sunny for that push, because he just jumped in all the way around the light, hasn't got that 2 rocket off on Gadilli at 96%. Super unfortunate for Rome, but what can you do there when you're not watching that door?
Yeah, perfect timing too. Pretty much as Fancy's bombing, Sunny was bombing as well. Just pinching from both sides. Just really tough to deal with.
Yeah, Quacks on Spy, wow. The espionage is coming out in full force as Mig is lobbing pipes, and we have Rive on the sniper, so this is like the triple threat of med dropped right now. Yeah, Valley not looking so attractive as both teams just kind of at a Mexican standoff here. Yeah, Raven breaking the silence, and Mig also getting quite low there. It will end in Amsterdam being able to get in. Quack's just doing his best to blend in. Oh my god! He gets the drop!
I don't know what to say.
Stabby's
but,
dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Stabby's in the server.
Good job. That was, yeah, what a play that was. Great acting skills as well. He really, he played his role there.
Yeah, as Mojo says in chat, give him an Oscar because that's like the best acting I've seen in weeks.
That's, yeah, I mean, I don't even say it. That's phenomenal. Spy play. Anyway, is Roma making their way back into the Palubra? Fancy Sun bombing the choke. Actually gets a good rocket on Gadilli.
That will be the
Which
force,
is going to come out.
And
But, you know,
rest of Hamsters, it's out.
Not a bad situation though. I mean, they're pushing into second now. Still, no Ubers in play for a very long time, so it could be a dry push situation. Especially if they get Sunny here. Sunny not going down, actually losing.
Oh, that's the
Ooh.
turnaround. 3
Yeah.
down. They're almost able to take down the soldier and choke, but they just barely miss him. A lot of effort for one guy.
It looked like a great situation, and now not so great. Getting 3 denied, and still gonna have about 25 disad. Hamsterdam probably not gonna be fast enough to take this into the last, but still, it's an opportunity to get into the red zone and work their sacks, most likely.
Yeah, 20% ad remaining for Hamsterdam.
Oh, they might take it lower. Looks like they're gonna take it lower.
Yeah, they're marching.
It's gotta be tight. They gotta get on the med fast. Daily playing very safe, cutting forward here. It does pop the counter Uber. Gonna be a lot better, like 50% better. Then we're getting caught. Weebecker getting caught. And
Yeah. Oof.
oh, just playing that small ad. I mean, like I said, I appreciate the ambition, but especially in these situations in a match like this, maybe not worth it. But on the other hand, it look like geniuses if it worked. So you know, sometimes you gotta play the odds, perhaps.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rome playing that absolutely correctly, though, because they were just so far away from the Uber. Pretty unfortunate there that the pop was lower because they had to walk so far and then not even know where Rome was. As I say that though, some trades coming up. Mouse Cake going down for Quacks. I'm sure Rome is happy with that. The bomb coming in though. Sunny doing his best to get the force, but Gadilli is just out of there. Manages to dodge it. Still getting a little dinged up. Hamsterdam threatening that flank play as well, but Rome, they just have the right positioning right now. They're able to just back up into choke, take down Raygun. Fancy Sun, last ditch attempt to make something happen, but he will be forced out by those scouts, and that's going to be 40% ad left for Rome, pushing into 2 here. Well, first they have to cap mid, but you know, that comes next.
Both teams have had a lot of success forcing as in the transitions here. Let's see if Rome tries to take this, pop it through, just let it even out. And if they are going to take it, they're going to be a little bit slow. I don't think they're going to take this. They're not with their demo right now. As we have, once again, trying to make chaos behind Raven. Managing to get that back just in time, taking down Raygun very low, drawing so many eyes back here. And Rive also coming back here, taking some MG fights, and gonna be a double sack, get the trade, so the other just gonna chill out right now. Maybe might see a counter sack on the side of HAMSTERDAM, but yep, and as we do, we have Sunny coming in. Actually catches the med on the low ground, gets the force on Gadilli, just not a great position to be in as a med there. Just maybe didn't expect the counter sack right then, but good bomb by Sunny there, and
Immediately
as the pop comes out immediately, and not gonna whole lot. Are we gonna get VO and trade a pick?
Soldier 1v1 in the back lines. Quack's doing his best pencil impression there. Fancy Sun barely able to eke it out thanks to that, but the rest of Rome going down too. I guess a collapse happened in the front line while I was super distracted. And yeah, Meg and Raven going down. That's gonna be 2 for Hamsterdam, just being able to walk in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some validity in just popping through and not trying to milk, especially if you know you're consistently getting forced.
Absolutely.
It gives you more time to work with the drive-by afterwards.
Ooh, the push pretty aggressive. Oh, Sunny in, sick rocket. Not able to get the finishing blow onto Gadilli though, so nice surf from Gad to get away from the soldier there. Small surf, but gets him out of it.
And well, luckily claims another victim.
Oh.
Oh, and Raven going down pretty much instantly to Raygun there.
Yeah. Yeah, stuck in that shutter. Raven getting the finishing blow. That's a nasty place to try to do anything from if the enemy team knows what's up.
See if Sunny commits on Spy this time. We've seen a lot of Spy shenanigans.
Oh yeah, he's walking
Getting a little
out.
bit taste of their medicine.
He's got his
After
little...
that, what just happened a couple minutes ago.
He's got his toupee on and everything. This man's ready. Toupee and Groucho Marx mask. Glasses.
See if Raven also on Spy, perhaps just checking, see if Raven commits. Yeah, it looks like Raven's just checking, going back to Soldier.
Yeah. Rome, once again, was it them who had this setup? The Pyro NG?
I believe both, yeah, I think Amsterdam also had this. I think it's just kind of the standard thing people do nowadays. This is such a good gun spot.
Sunny has to avoid the patrols now. Oh, he's on. He uncloaks undisguised. Oh,
that's...
Fancy Sun also getting
sometimes. And that's
I think Fancy,
3 picks, yeah. Surely this is going to be pushed out on the side of, I'm surely they know they know another spy.
Double spy's ultimate, but YBT, he's running down the flank there, he's gonna force the trade too, maybe. No, just gets 2 picks, but 2 picks for a force. You know, you're not mad with that. 3 picks for a force. Now you're pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a lot, you know, just force and then cap afterwards.
Absolutely, already.
Flash here.
Yeah, they're trying to walk in top right. Meg doing his best to stick it off. Sunny getting denied through the doorway as well. They're doing their best to get in. Fancy sent in. He will get the
just pop out and now just play the ad at this point, I think.
Yeah, Gadilli just
coming again, so got a decent, like 35 a shad. Got another pick. Down 1 now, but probably just gonna reset. Keep the safe play the ad.
Great collapse from Amsterdam there. Just sending everyone in and flooding those doorways that are empty.
Yeah, I really like the confidence. Amsterdam just really posting up on this bottom right there. And then also the rest of the players able to somehow get those picks and snowballing that into the force, now in a great position to go ahead.
Yeah, looks like, yeah, YBT already Noah spotting out that top right. They see the gun, maybe. No, they might not actually. It is back left, so the bomb comes out for Mouse Kick here. He will spot that gun now. Taking a little bit of time, will blow up finally. As the first pick, Mig, down for Rome, not gonna have the sticks on cap. The soldiers forced to contest. Raygun will go down here. Fancy them as well behind the cap. There's only going to be 3 up for the side of Hamsterdam. Scratch that, make it 1 medic left alive in that recollapse onto cap. I underestimated the power of the soldiers in heavy, I suppose. As a cap, oh, the chase will come out. Weed whacker.
Just
Yeah,
barely gets a rock around the corner.
he hits that nice surf right up into the air, but it's just not enough for him to live.
Yep, and very delayed deaths. They're gonna be could be a pretty easy mid on the side of Rome, but gotta watch over the sniper here. Don't want to milk it too long.
Yeah, true. They don't even have Uber yet, so they don't have the option to pop. But still, Raven, nice bomb in, taking down Sunny, and already, yeah, with Quacks, they're able to lock down that shutter door for forwards, and 70%. They have full ad here, and they don't even have yet, so they're gonna be able to roll this all the way to last if they can continue making the momentum happen.
Yeah, HAMSTERDAM still holding pretty confidently, knowing that they don't quite have yet. But gotta be very careful not getting very close. Looks like they are back up now. I like this play. Weedwhacker playing on the edge, that just getting ready to possibly leave the dungeon.
Quacks,
coming through
Quacks
dungeon. Or from Valley, excuse me. Almost getting onto him. As the bomb comes in,
Yeah,
coming
almost
out.
making it
Two
happen.
picks. Yeah.
That was a sick bomb, but not able to make it happen. The Rome flank here, although unhealthy, they're antsy to make it happen. Big rocket from Raven, hitting that midi onto Weedwhacker, and a bit of a disorganized push out from HAMSTERDAM there might cost them the round.
Yeah, just looked a little bit rushed there, and do have the heavy ray gun up on the left here. Rome not quite in yet. Looks like they are gonna play it safe, play the ad likewise. Pretty significant ad as well. Kind of what we've been running here on Lazy last is, I mean, they get in with a small ad, but there's only like 30-40 ad another team gets because they're not able to cap in time. But you got a pretty substantial ad here, like about 70 on the side of Rome, so a lot more time to work with compared to the other last wishes we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. They have the time to get buffed and everything. They're walking in lower here, unspotted, maybe a bit of an early pop, but who am I to say as they are on the gun, locking them out and spawn. No cap time yet. Both soldiers from HAMSTERDAM just jumping around for their lives, keeping that cap time contested. Raven going down first, traded out for Sunny and Rive, and for Rome, it doesn't look too hot here as the rest of the soldiers, the other soldier, I suppose, is down. Nice rocket from Fancy Sun to close out the VO frag, and that's going to be Rome tucking their tail and leaving. As nice pipe from Mig. We'll secure that Fancy Sun frag. So I suppose not all is lost here as the rest of Rome
both
just chasing.
soldiers coming in, chasing super hard. Weedwhacker, nice surf to get out of there. If he is out of there. Still very low. A lot of pressure from Rome still. Down one. Looks like Rome will try to dry this. Do have the Uber.
Yeah, nice pick from VO, getting ray gun here, but no, we'll be able to trade out for, yeah, actually for Soldier. You know what, they're pretty happy with that. 4 players up and only 3 of them on 2. This could be deadly. Oh, but sadly Quack's behind, not able to get the collapse. 1v1 by
Fancy
Fancy.
just barely getting a key pick there. Getting out with 1 HP.
Unfortunately, the Uber also, they're forced to try to catch Noah going straight behind instead of going on the medics. So that little scout play he did there by running ahead will save them from Weedwhacker. Yeah, letting him get out there for free. Well, for 1 scout, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's free.
Yeah, not bad overall. Curious if Fancy Sun commits on Spy. Just checking again.
Spy pushing
looks like
out
he does want to commit for it.
That is very brave, and this is an off timing. But you know, I guess that's what Spy's the best at, doing unexpected shit. No one spots
Definitely
the
wouldn't
ammo
expect
pack.
it.
Yeah, no one spots the ammo grab. The only thing is that you know, you're weakening your flank, so losing control of that push out. But never mind, they decide to stalemate. Raven on that sniper taking care of the lobby, and looks like they don't suspect yet. Rome, that is, of the Spy. So Fancy's an uncloaked here. We'll go for the safe play, taking down the sniper, and with that, there's gonna be an even trade out. You're not too mad about that.
Yeah, but it's gonna buy some time, just waiting for the sniper to respawn, neutralizing that pressure for a while. Not too bad.
Yeah, Raven coming up on Spy. Maybe. Oh, yeah, we're seeing so much espionage. Actually, the trade coming out, Rome popping in, getting that immediate force out, and with the gun down, Rome, you know, they have a little staying power. Never mind. Mig gets dropped top left as the Uber comes to an end, and that's HAMSTERDAM's cue to start pressuring. As Rome sneaking back, they're not careful.
Raven going for the back cap here. I think the kind of way they took that trade, just trying to go for this sneaky play here.
I don't know if he's aware of Sunny. Sunny's on last, so he can block it. I'm not sure if he's even looked back. Rome already going for the fight. Yeah, Sunny's already on the case, so that will be the fight one on last. And with Rome going for the block, actually the bomb onto Weedwhacker takes him down kind of low, but Oh, things just don't pan out for Rome there, as they're left with only Mig and Gadilli off the back of that block.
Yeah, with all the spy play between these last two maps, I mean, it makes sense that they'd be paranoid about it, and rightfully were.
Yeah, big brain from Sunny there, making sure that they aren't able to get the free round win. As HAMSTERDAM, actually on Dizat, they're trying to flood in off these picks. Fancyson 1 HP getting out of there as Quacks with a nice bomb onto Noah, able to punish him for peeking too aggressively. With that pick,
Fancy
ooh,
very low, might be getting caught here looking for the arrow. Oh, and we're going down to the huge bomb by Raven.
one big sink onto him, and is that a drop?
I don't
No.
believe so. It's
Actually.
very close, but
Very close, yeah. Wait, yeah. They were at like slight dizad, so it was pretty damn close. Still, great bomb there, applying those epic jump skills of sinking onto a target that's standing still.
and both teams have been having trouble getting in the mid without having to pop. Looks like Room might just have to pop it too. I mean, decent setup already for Amsterdam.
Yeah,
But then they do decide
Gadilli
to
just
pop.
he just runs in there and decides it's time for us to pop. Let's get these
Mask
frags.
oh, getting cut on
Big
the way
punish.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good decision to just kind of take that fast by Room there. Now, big opportunity to get second. Like we said, the no recent play for a while. Oh, actually, Soldier back in on the
Big
Mig.
with
Nice
it.
surf though.
Yeah, nice serve. Saves his life from getting pushed by the scout as well.
Yeah, mouse kick still dead. A lot of time to. Oh, it's gonna be really close. They actually do deny mouse kick, so a little bit of time to work with this. No traps to work with, but also made up to just kind of set up. Only 30 out on the side of Amsterdam. Gonna be
Yeah.
pretty easy to force this out, especially with how things have been going this match.
Yeah, 2 minutes until the banny timer kicks in as well, so looks like we might be seeing a 2-round game here.
Yeah, kind of ironic that Sunshine is the map with a much lower round count, but understandable considering the stakes, especially with the second map. Both teams making very safe plays, a little bit less chaotic compared to the first one.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've seen some very chaotic fights, but there's a lot more. I'd agree with you. Things are being a lot more measured out in terms of the plans being made. You know, making sure the haters can't get on your plans.
Raven once again going behind.
Wow, Rive with the 2-shot as well onto Sunny. Raven going down, but it's going to offer an opportunity for Rive to just try to go on a rampage. Sadly, not able to confirm the Fancy Sun frag, but with
No
those
rampage,
picks,
but
yeah, no rampage, but they have a lot of space. Raygun working that flank, and with that, Fancy Sun's in, not spotting the med, so he might be a little getting quite hurt, but Rome able to defend that choke. So
yeah.
I would have liked to see more Amsterdam aggression, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, I kind of just had 5 people pressuring the same doorway. It's, I mean, better than not pressuring, but if you could have been spread out a little bit more there. Let's see, Rive, once again, going for another spy plays. A lot of espionage this game.
Yeah, 1 minute to the Manny timer, so we will be going into the last round of the game. Unless Rive makes something like crazy happen, but then you'd love to see I'd like to see the spawn camp perhaps if it gets to that point. You never know though.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds, it might be worth it at that point, especially given how the game's been going, just how up in the air it is.
Yep. Looks like Rive has plans. Oh, with the
Oh,
gun
good for
out.
the pistol.
Ooh.
Didn't commit for it though.
Unfortunate. Yeah, Weebwhacker I think might have been in the 2-shot range if Rive was up in Weebwhacker's face. With the 2 picks though, oh, Fancyson going flying in all the way behind. Ro making the right decision to ignore him right now because there's about to be a soldier in, getting the 2-rocket on Mig. The surf not enough to save his life. The reclaps from Fancyson as well, getting the quacks off that doorway. But neither side popping Ubers, so a clean lead from Rome is gonna get them onto 2, but with Mig getting denied, it's gonna be a tough exchange or them backing up.
Yeah, I probably want to see Amsterdam just kind of take space and make Rome use first, maybe force him leave, depending on how it goes. But yeah, getting a lot of space. Things are going very well. Getting these picks.
A trade
Geo
though.
push up height.
Oh,
I mean, they got so much positioning though, and Bagel they haven't used first. You have to flash too. Not going to be amazing, but
Sunny
just
also
positioning wise.
Oh,
Sunny
Sunny.
actually getting
Yeah,
caught.
unfortunate
Probably should have
position.
jumped towards the team. Now not so great on the side of Amsterdam.
Nowskake's just on Gad though. He gets in one pipe, one more, but not able to
not
hit
quite
it.
enough. Luck protecting the med.
Quacks behind with the collapse as well.
Oh, surfs past the soldier very low.
Nice serve.
Oh, just barely getting out there with Leo. Something to say about it, maybe. Taking down Scout very low, but Fancy Sun.
Drive down 2. It's a 3v3 on mid now, but with Amsterdam forwards. Never mind. Nice frag from Raven onto YBT. So, still the forwards coming out, but wow, Amsterdam's so low. They're actually risking just dying on cap if they're not careful. The commit forward from Mig, just able to get mouse kick, and Weedwhacker dying to fall damage. I guess he got headshot by a rocket there.
Yeah, that's a really
Oh
weird
my.
kill feed. I actually was looking at the moment because it didn't show the assist, but that is a glitch that happens sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, crazy commit from Mig and Raven there, just marching straight forward and decimating everyone in that cafe door.
Yeah, this last round, the last couple minutes have been very chaotic, just all over the place, but it's fun to watch.
That it is. Rome with that full ad there. No demo just yet, but they are in position to take this valley. I'd love to see Quacks get the Uber here. No, with the surfing as well, Gad. Oh no, he's gonna prioritize saving his scout. You know, the smart, safe play. And Quacks is able to get out. Sunny actually behind in all that chaos. Yeah, just stuck in valley. Does it seems like they are suspecting it, but not yet knowing. Unfortunately, yeah, he will poke out. Drive with this nice 2-shot.
Yeah, but really like to see Rome pressure the left side here. More or less soldier, maybe pick up Raygun. Raygun kind of alone here. Now kind of going back to the team, but on Amsterdam only 30 ad, 1-to-1, you know, do or die moment. I think they probably just stay last play for the reset unless they're super confident they're gonna get something. But
Oh,
look like
they're
they're
absolutely
they're
popping
gonna
out,
take
yeah.
it. They are confident they're gonna get something, and they look like they
Oh,
might
they
get
might
something.
catch out. Dilly
Dilly
down.
going down. Oh, Vio being taken it very low.
And the
Look
bomb
at
as
soldiers
well.
here.
Both soldiers, the scouts are so low. This follow-up is just trying to happen from
But it's
Rome.
all over the
Mig.
place. Everyone's it's a chaos fight, but Mig,
Mig, the only one able to get a frag
only
there. That
survivor.
was,
And lots of people going down low in Amsterdam, but most of them surviving while Rome just barely, nearly getting wiped there.
a great pop from Amsterdam there. I'm just so sad that Rome wasn't able to get the spot off that would have alerted them to Amsterdam going bats there.
Yeah, just maybe got a little bit complacent. Maybe didn't even expect Amsterdam to pop out a small ad in the situation, but they did. And got
Yeah,
rewarded.
Quack sniping Cafe, by the way. Sunny able to take him out with a 2 rocket. Might get traded out, Rive getting really aggressive trying to salvage that, but 20% ad. Not that much to work with, but Amsterdam recognizes the space they're getting right now, and they are glad to take it.
Yeah, it would be. Surely they know that it's not going to be ad by them to get the last, but can definitely get in with his sack before they get the setup. I hate to see it.
Yep. Oh, they won't be popping off here. It looks like they're trying to just make something good happen out of this. YBT, Noah just in all the way. Might be leaving his soldier out
Oh,
to
they're in
dry.
number 2 though.
but
The Quacks
What?
blocking too.
Noah just walking all the way behind, actually able to take down Mig, and that's gonna work. Quack's down 2 behind, just going too early on the collapse.
4-3 situation. Want to see what they do here. See if they want to take it or.
No scouts is going to be very rough, but it looks like they're chancing it anyways. We'll just be going in for the med though. Sunny in with 1 rocket, 1 very nice rocket. Gonna hurt Gadilli a bit, but Fancy
Losing
Sun's
2
not able
soldiers
to
is pretty
follow.
rough here. We'll make this a lot harder to hold, especially with no Uber to trade.
Yeah,
Might
that
have
was
been a bit of an overcommit there.
that was I was about to say that was a huge coin toss. Mousecake able to salvage it a little bit by preventing the push out. Raven down, even Ubers. You do not want to risk the shenanigans that are about to happen on Sunshine.
Really like this position by Mousecake, just spamming the shutter from over here, watching the trap, and then still holding that bottom right, being able to spam that doorway as well.
Yeah, true. That sounds super strong. I didn't see where he was, but I agree. That sounds great. Amsterdam sending in that 3 man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Gad down to 50. Pretty rough stuff, but he's able to milk through it. And with that, it's just going to be Noah and Mousecake left to offend all over Rome. The soldier in come... Ooh! The soldier in will get the force. Quacks kind of left out to...
Yeah,
left out to
they're
dry,
not
but
going to get
lives.
into the super. Definitely got to get out with this. Or at least try to set... Looking for pressure and set up for the force here. Getting some good damage.
Yeah, they're all over concrete right now. They're pressuring bottom left as well. Fancy said and Noah just dealing damage there, but not enough to work off of. Sunny the first pick to fall for Amsterdam, and with that, they respect the Rome Uber a bit more. Yeah, no setup either. They just pop. Wow, they pop straight in.
To get 2 picks for them, I mean, they're getting the picks for the Uber when they're popping through. Things are going well in that
That was
regard.
like a trade. As Fancy Sin gets a, he got his fucking
Yeah.
spoon kill too.
Maybe
Still,
not so great in that situation, but even then, still gives them a lot of time to work with here. But
oh,
actually, now down 2.
uh,
Now it's not so great. Now it's
yeah,
getting
Raven. I
rough.
think that was a bit over ambitious from Raven there. Just like you're down one soldier, you might. I think the save, playoffs last round, basically like golden cap right now. Try to work with your team because
Oh, big
oh,
trap kill by Mig though.
Mig once again hitting that salvage button, uh, killing YBT with the trap. Quack's so close, just getting that spot there. We'll barely be able to escape. But with that, actually, off that trap kill, Weewacker and the rest of Amsterdam, they're just gonna call it off and make that even Uber situation.
Yeah, Roman's still been pretty aggressive. I was a little bit surprised they didn't slide a pop it anyway, but maybe I guess they didn't have another scout with them after the other scout died, so it's not a whole lot you can do about it there. So, deciding to take the safe play, completely understandable, makes sense in the situation. As Fancy Sun's in, face to face with Quacks and can jump out taking almost no damage somehow.
Yeah, well, soldier life.
But
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works in your favor, and you live to see another day. As Sunny comes in, once again they're working that flank behind. Raygun already down there, but the 2v1 happening too fast. 3v1. Vio contributing to the battle. Quack's in behind. Oh, one rocket actually gets surfed away by his own rocket and not able to follow up.
but Rome just gonna walk through choke here possibly. At least one scout is almost take down Fancy Sun.
Yeah, Vio almost able to.
And now Amsterdam walking them, just taking the trade. The trades have been going well for them so far. We'll see how this one goes. The red side of Rome flashing a little bit more, but Amsterdam used first, fading about the same time. Soldier coming in fast, getting some good damage, takes down Rides.
Sunny destroying here, getting 2 picks off of a great bomb in the post, but Weewacker going down to Raven as well. So props to him too, getting his bomb off. Yeah, these soldiers are going crazy. Actually, 2v1. Ooh! Raygun versus the world. And that's going to be a head kill for Gadilli.
Yeah, these flanks are absolutely huge. Just these post-fight recollapses by both sides are really good stuff to see.
Yeah. Yeah, both soldiers did so much in that fight, getting those bombs off. But yeah, in the end, Gadilli able to defend himself as well. 30% ad for the side of Rome. Amsterdam wants to contest this midpoint though. Fancy Sin just going for some space making, both soldiers on the side of Amsterdam, just sitting on that high ground. And wow, not sure what happened, but it looks like the damage just panned out in their favor. I guess the spam, looks like Amsterdam won the spam war on mid.
They gotta be very careful. The Room running in with a big ad here, 50 ad. Fancy Sun spotting it very early though. I actually could take them very low and maybe get caught here.
Yeah, Vio down super low too, but Raven able to, thankfully Raven and Rive able to make quick work of the Amsterdam flank as they were attempting to push Valley there, and this will be a nasty deny for Rome. So they're going to have a lot of time to get set up and build, even try to make something happen if they want to.
Yeah, still bet 70 ad, but still have to maybe wait for Raygun and start peeking, I assume. 50% ad on the side of Amsterdam as they're going to take it Valley. If it's anything like before, especially down 1, essentially, probably just going to pop this straight through.
Yeah, early spot, early pop. Maybe they're going to catch Raven here, but he is jumping far away.
Just going all the way to second, just wrapping through cafes.
Fancy Sin in. Gad with a nice Gadilli with the nice surf, and this is a amazing heads up play. Like I said earlier, I love to see this flank push stuff. Rome is just doing what Amsterdam did to them on the
going straight for last,
yard.
Probably
And
take
this
a 1v1 here.
No, not even a 1v1. He just has to deny the bomber in. Oh, never mind. It turns into a 3v2.
It's really close, but
it's just not enough.
Just enough.
It's not enough
for Rome,
from Amsterdam, but it is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 51% for Rome there. Congrats to them. Amazing heads up play from what I assume was Vio's brain. Maybe Vio, maybe Gadilli. Whoever called it. Great heads up play to just push the opposite doorway and just wreak havoc all over the cap point. You got to cap the point to win the game, so.
Yeah, I mean, Amsterdam had been popping through Valley quite a bit, so maybe just kind of knowing what they did in the past, kind of trying to take advantage of that, and worked out in their favor. Won them a very, very, very close map right there. As we now go on to, as you said, we wanted to map 3, we've got it. It'll be very different than the previous maps. We had kind of scout map, we had a soldier map, and we've got King of the Hill, got Bagel coming up next. I believe this
Oh
was
my gosh.
was picked by, this is technically Rome's pick. They have,
The final pick between like which maps?
yeah, final pick between the last 2 maps.
What the heck are the maps though?
Not quite sure, but they, going back to what they played earlier this season, they played, first week they played Hay, had a bunch of kind of off-class invite players.
Okay,
Pretty solid win there.
okay, I discovered it. It was between Middleworks and Bagel, and unsurprisingly, they choose the funner map.
Much better for
Well,
the viewer experience as well. So yeah, they've got actually 4 wins on Bagel. They beat Image, Chelsea, Bulk Detonator, Hay, and Anglerfish Retirement Home. Shout out to them getting forward.
oh really? Cool.
But clearly Rome has a lot of experience on that map. We actually scrimmed them a couple times on that map, and they felt like pretty strong on that map. We're also very inconsistent on cost for what it's worth, but it did feel like they knew what they're doing on that map for the most part. So expect a strong performance. I've not seen the HAMSTERDAM play Bagel personally, but at least just going through what maps they picked so far, they've only played one Koth map this season. Having played Product, had a very close 4-3 win over Bulk Detonator State of Mind, the Shell team. And aside from that, I've not played any Koth, so I mean, just based on what I know from playing Rome, knowing that they're pretty solid at Bagel, and the fact they have more experience on it, and just more experience on Koth in general, I think I'm going to give them the edge here. I think it's going to be a close match, but I think it's going to be like a 42 in favor of Rome. But it's Koth, and it's Bagel especially, so it could go either way. You have any thoughts, Manacute?
You vocalized the thoughts I had better than I could have myself. If you have a prediction, you know what? I'll be contrarian once again. I think it's this could be, what is it? This could be the explosive, like a Hamsterdam's World on a Bagel. I think the explosives are going to do a lot of work there. Fancyson, like once again, doing great work on this map, just like a Granary. So I think he's going to be able to make some magic happen on Bagel, especially.
True. And speaking of which, I'm gonna need you to vocalize some more thoughts while I go to the bathroom. So keep the audience entertained.
uh, I'll do my best. We could also go to music, you know? That's fine. Let me do my best and look at the stats here then. Wow, 30 burger from Raygun, so clap, clap, clap. MiG-21 top fragging for his team. I definitely think he was doing very well with the trap kills. 1 drop for both medics. You know, good to see some excitement. And I'm out. I'm looking at some numbers, dude. I'll talk about the Scottish resistance and how Meg was scared to use it. Actually, I completely agree. Oh, I can't believe it. Grant Baniel Vincent took the MiG-21 signature and used it on this map, and then MiG just refuses to take it back. Like, it's basically invite cultural appropriation. So maybe MiG-21, maybe the MiG deserves maybe it deserves reparations for that. Honestly, pretty interesting application of Scottish resistance in general on lasts as possible. Can definitely like trap off that cap and get like a doorway, and all of a sudden you have like, yeah, you have basically what you would with oh, yeah, looks like production's gone too. And you basically have like 2 traps for the price of 1 weapon, then you can switch off as soon as you dead. Unfortunate that we didn't get to see the cool application. If there's Gully Wash, I'm sure that he would have been using it on the last pushes.
All right. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Anything I missed out on?
The Scottish resistance talk, thanks to Mr. Rumpus.
Yeah, Scottish resistance. I'm interested to see if we'll. I guess we probably won't see it on Bagel. Was looking forward to hopefully seeing Nick busted out on one of these last holds, but
Yes. I was just saying, like Grant Vincent took it from him to use on this exact map, and he didn't use it.
yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing either the quickies or the maybe some Scottish resistance tech from Mick. The quickies also been something Mick's been known to pull out every once in a while and can catch people off guard. A lot of people aren't expecting the instantly have your like the sticky traps cleared with the quickies, and then have someone running in right behind it can catch people off guard.
Yeah, true. Quickie bombs on like Granary. That's a classic strat. Sorry, on Badlands. That's a classic strat.
True, and it looks like we finally are going to be moving over to Bagel. After a bit of a delay getting the map and server set up, I believe. Um, yeah, I mean, you did raise a good point earlier that with the HAMSTERDAM having such strong projectiles, Nancy's on has a lot of opportunities to make some big plays in the houses. But I mean, you could say that about both soldiers. I mean, all of Raven's bombs kind of going behind and recommitting have been very effective so far. So
Yeah.
Bagel's a map where a lot of trades happen, and then what you do recollapsing off the post is very key, as with any map, but especially on Bagel, it feels like, since there's really no way to avoid all these trade situations. Um, I mean, I think again, this is going to be another map that kind of comes down to the soldiers, how well they play with their team, how well they recollapse, how well they kind of communicate with the rest to know when to come back in. All that kind of stuff is going to be a big factor in this last map.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think um, Noah's strong aggressive trades could be the X factor that Amsterdam needs to win this map.
You'll see if some teams do try to go for the style where they'll instead of kind of delaying on the point, milking the time, sometimes they'll just try to meet people as they're walking up, force them to flash on their side while they're clumped up. Don't let them take space. Of course, you don't milk as much time off the clock, but in some situations, depending on how the teams are playing, can give you a better trade and more of an opportunity to win the fight, which milks more time off the point. So be kind of interested to see which style these teams try to play.
Yeah,
And
true. Wait, just one thing actually. Kind of off topic, but wait, chat request while we're burning time. What's your favorite food?
I like any kind of pasta. Any kind of pasta is good, whether it's marinara sauce, Alfredo sauce, any kind of sauce. There's this one place I used to go to, in Alsa Patrizi's. That place is pretty good. It's just a food truck, but
Oh, love food
very
trucks.
good stuff. Real good stuff, but really any kind of pasta.
Yeah.
Eat like macaroni, spaghetti, penne noodles, the wiggly kind. Don't know what you call them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, it rotates pretty often. Right now, I'm kind of on like a curry bender. Just been making. Honestly, it's just kind of been a thing for me to get rid of like the vegetables left in my fridge, but it's always good. That's kind of like what my favorite is, like what I have in my fridge at the time.
The best food is best ability is availability.
Facts. Wait, facts 100. Giblert is spitting fire. Anyways, get back on topic. Looks like we have 11 in server. You have any other thoughts? What hasn't been said already?
I mean, at this point, I mean, the series has been going on for quite a while. I mean, especially like two really intense games back to back, both going within one round.
Absolutely.
Knows you got to be a little bit tired. So, I mean, I think just kind of the mental endurance is going to be a factor in this. Knowing that, I mean, both these guys have a decent amount of playoff experience. Maybe not in advance for all of them, but all of them have at least like played playoffs.
No.
Most
Yeah,
of them
for
have played
sure.
playoffs in another division, so you're
Yeah,
probably
a
used
lot
to it at
of
this point. But and either
yeah.
way, it is like at the end of the day, there's the biology limitation is getting pretty late. In some places, it's 12:30. In some, so just kind of that. It's a factor to keep in mind that sometimes weird things happen in these last maps.
I guess the West Coast advantage. Maybe that's Banny's secret.
That's true. You have the higher ping, but you have the lower mental ping.
True. What was it? Yeah, like you were saying though, with the mental fortitude, a huge thing. A lot of these players, like you said, are seasoned. You know, names that have been bumping around for a while. And again, like you said, maybe the first time in advanced playoffs for some of these players too. So we'll see how things are going to shake up later. Maybe if that endurance gives out, maybe you can see slip ups like door watching and stuff. Something I always harp about, especially on this map. Uh, I guess we're going back to Grant Vincent. You control the flank, you control the world, control the universe actually.
Yeah, but this map very awkward to play because there's like kind of two flanks really. They're like kind of like semi-symmetrical.
Yeah,
Like you said, watching the houses. I mean, obviously watching flank, no like important on any map, but just the fact a soldier can get through a house or like a scout can just run in and kill a med so quickly, just pop around the corner, create so much chaos is that if there's something that's unwatched even briefly and the team's not aware of it, it can go catastrophic very quickly.
all right, thanks Cuddly Cow in chat. That was actually pure, and I'm not a real TF2 historian anymore. It's pure quote. Sag.
But I mean, this is a pretty challenging map to play on both like kind of meta and demo. Just keeping those things in mind, knowing that what's going on in the houses, which you can't necessarily like be staring at all the time.
Yeah, I think this is just a pretty tough map in general. Like it can turn into like constant action. Well, it should be constant action, and if it's not, then you guys are like your team is like wasting valuable time.
It's like, yeah, I mean, what's that match earlier this season? Is like TMO6 versus Insect Gang. I don't know what happened that match because I didn't watch it until like the very end, but Pablo died on TMO6, died 0 times, and Hannah died 1 time on Insect Gang. I'm just not like I don't really know how that happens. I feel like it seems like more action should happen on Bagel. Again, didn't watch that one, but I don't know. But anyway, back on the topic, I guess that is a rather unusual situation. I don't expect that to happen here, especially with all the chaos that's been going on. I do not expect I don't expect a perfect mid game from either side. I can say that
That would
much.
be crazy. Yeah, Weebwhacker, you know, he's had the hops, but both the aggression from both teams, like the amount that they're able to make openings and get onto these medics, has been so good.
Pretty much every time Weebwhacker sees it coming, it's been able to get a really good surf off. But it's just sometimes, all the chaos of all these fights, you don't always see it coming. You can surf something you can't see most of the time.
Cadilli's
Sometimes
been
you
doing
hear
good
it,
with
but,
surfs too, but sometimes both medics I think have been too rocketed as well, just like from having that sync happen. Yeah, and we are headed into that first mid. We had our predictions already. Is it like 4-2?
Yeah, I think you kind of convinced me the other way. I think it's going to be
Come on
4-3
now.
in favor of Amsterdam, but
All right. All right,
I'm not.
we're copying Tess right now, but it's okay. I'm flattered.
I changed the answer a little bit. I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
As you
First
go
bomb.
really bomb really deep.
Yeah, Amsterdam going super aggressive on that left flank, trading out Sunny for the roam flank and Quacks as well, trying to make something happen on the front lines, but just gonna be cleaned up by the Amsterdam scouts, the throat goats perhaps.
Yeah, we'd like to see Amsterdam not playing scared. We'll take another aggressive mid, and we're going to get a little bit of forward hold here. There's a little bit of a variation how teams like this. Some teams like to have the two soldiers on the left, some like to have the demo on the left. Looks like in this case we're going to have the two soldiers on the right, and the demo holding the left. Getting some pretty good spam as they're coming in. Now the bombs coming in from the right.
Yeah, the cleanup.
Taking down two, and yeah, that's going to completely stifle the push for Rome here. It's going to buy a lot of time, another 20-30 seconds on the side of Amsterdam. Things going very well for them already.
Yeah, great bomb from Fancy, then great spam from Mousecake. Like hitting that pipe on that soldier really slowed him down in the doorway, and then Fancyson just came in and cleaned up the Rome players that were in. So yeah, 40 seconds off the clock, and Rome a little indecisive. They're just trying to work which door to go here. It looks like they are opting for top left. The soldier is through. Nice rocket onto Sunny. Quacks with two fat rockets, able to take down those Amsterdam soldiers. And off that opportunity, Rome is busting through main, and they're getting on that cap. They know they need to be aggressive and take this trade right now. Actually, it's going to be Noah in, but ooh, the surf up in the air. Rive on the back line taking out Mousecake as well, and this might be a disaster for Amsterdam. The bomb's coming in from MiG, but Weebwhacker doing his best hops. It's going to turn into 3 down for the side of Rome, and Gidilli running for his life.
Oh, nice sack wave coming out here, but Dilly not able to live.
Not even a
He gets
sack
salvaged.
wave. Like, the Hamsterdam players are just salvaging wave in the wave. They just go forward.
Just
Go forward
win the
until the
fight
end.
wave, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the cap, and by the way, that cap, like you said earlier, the time has just been ticking down for Amsterdam. So 3 minutes on the clock remain for Rome. This is turning into a pretty tight situation for them.
Yeah, the rest of the round just gets so tough to play once you have all that time out. Speaking of which, we have still no cap on side of Rome. So yeah, got almost 2 minutes off the clock for Amsterdam. So
Fat sticky
great
from
situation.
Mig. Fat sticky from Mig almost taking down Raygun, but now both sides actually it looks like they're just content to get the Uber. Actually, Amsterdam, they're getting super aggressive. The flank is through that right house. Oh,
taking down Gadilli. Great sink bomb and a nice little air shot by Fancy Sun right there.
yeah, little baby
Counter
air
version
shot.
coming out on Weebwhacker. Not able to get any damage on him though. Weebwhacker very safe back here, and looks like it's been an instant recap. We'll see if you're trying to get in. Not dying yet, but Rive trying to make some chaos in the back left here. He's gonna
Like,
take control of the house.
Like good old Brad said a long time ago. Correction, yeah, correction, pure. Control the flank there. Your med doesn't die. I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit. Those Amsterdam players went straight through.
Nice.
Oh, nice deny. But Raven
he
still
still
gets
gets
the drop. Great. Wow. Great conversion
Maybe-
from Raven actually. He hits like the
maybe,
first rocket and then he just follows up on the second. Crazy air shot, just not enough to deny the soldier from getting on your med. Crazy bomb from Raven there. Reagan hiding in the corner. He's going on the medic. Gadilli, barely taking. Whew, the follow up. That will be the frag onto
Distracts him for
Gad.
long enough though to get the kills from the soldier.
That's the follow up. That's the soldier follow up from Amsterdam that we've just been seeing over and over this series.
But good situation for Rome. Not great in terms of time, but are at least gonna get the cap and hold on for a little bit longer. Ideally,
Yeah.
they probably want to be a little bit aggressive here if Amsterdam decide to push. They don't want to let Weebreaker get this Uber. There's one more cap from them, one more Uber, and it's probably the end of the round right there. So Amsterdam maybe just gonna take the slow, wait for the Uber. Yeah, Weebreaker's still playing very safe on the top left here, not taking any risks. But right side, their right side with Sunny, Raygun, kind of, yeah, and the Uber comes out, gonna chase across. Not only getting one so far, but that might be enough.
Yeah, Gad is clean out as well. Rive as well. Ooh, taking that 1v1 against Sunny. And we'll end up on that low ground getting rocketed. Raven behind, trying to... Ooh, with the one rocket. Does a little 360. Not enough to get Weebwhacker. And Gad, actually, while we're distracted, Gad goes down. And 3 players only for the side of Rome. They have to get on the cap here. Yeah, not gonna happen, unfortunately. And that's gonna be a fairly dominant first round from Amsterdam there.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be tough either way, but if Rive had lived there, maybe they could have at least refought. But losing 2 there is pretty much the end of the round right there. Really just nothing they could have done to come back from that at that point.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Still, maybe they can. Yeah, I'm hoping Rome can bounce a bit more time on the clock this round as we're heading into the next mid fight. Both teams just biding their time. Yeah, Demo's just trading spam, Soldier's just trading spam. Sunny finally getting a little bit aggressive here, but just rounding back with a classic bomb to right house. Finally, the aggression comes out from Quacks. Rive as well trying to get on the flank. Is this double soldier bomb? Gad with a nice surf out is able to live against the soldier, but he's kind of left alone as like the rest of the Amsterdam players come in as well. Just getting the random flanks as their combo pushes their crosses, and then following up finally with the collapse.
Yeah, not quite enough to live for Gad there, but once again, hitting a really great serve. Gad really showing. Gad also has some great mechanics this the last couple of maps.
Oh, did Weebwhacker also hit one?
Yeah, Weebbacker also had a very nice serve, but we've talked about him enough already.
Yeah, I like to spread the spotlight. Rome, they're doing some pretty brave stuff here, pushing out against that full ad Weebwhacker. Yeah, the rest of Amsterdam respecting it. They do pop off finally. Unfortunately, Gad Dilly will be going down to Fancy Sun bombing straight in, but I don't think Rome's too unhappy here. They are getting the picks. They got some great trades there. Mouse Cake and Faceson going down. Oh, Quack's unfortunately going down in the back line. Raven as well, trying to go on Weed Whacker, a little bit disorganized there, and that will be... I don't think that's what you want to see there, because they will be spawning at the same time. Hamsterdam's already getting their players onto the cap.
Yeah, losing your med there isn't actually that bad because you only have like 10% diss out on Bagel, but the fact that they staggered their spawns is actually good for them because he created picks and would have had the better spawn than after they staggered is bad. But as the next fight starting, they're getting a lot of good damage, can take that very low. And Room trying to force away. Oh my, it's massive in this top right, just getting shredded in that doorway, and Room gonna get forward held once again.
Yeah, Fancy Sun seeing an empty doorway, jumping in and just wreaking havoc. That is yeah. That is like the cool behavior I was expecting Fancy Sun to come up with in the our pregame chat. Still, even Ubers for both sides. Rome, they really want to bust through this top left. They're going to trade out soldiers to do so. And Rive, pressuring through main, actually a little bit too aggressive. We'll be going down too early here, and Raven, without his flank partner, is just going to be dying on cap as well, living long enough to distract those scouts. The scout and soldier duo will cause Mouse Cake to go down. Fancy Sun behind as well. Oh, but the Uber comes out, and that is some... Ooh. Doesn't actually only going to be Meg. I thought that could have been catastrophic, but Gadilli's straight out.
Looks like we have a pause, unless that's me lagging.
No, it's pause.
Yeah,
I will
looks
say
like,
I was impressed that only Mig went down to the Hamsterdam pop there.
Yeah, I agree. It looked absolutely catastrophic. He had I say catastrophic a lot, but it really did look that way. With Fancy Sun behind, getting flashed in, scout pinching between them. A lot of people low in room, but just able to barely sneak away. Good job by them. And either way, though, regardless, it's still can't tell the exact time with the timer still ticking down with the pause, but it's still about like a minute and a half in favor of, if not more, in favor of Amsterdam. So I mean, it's still once again, Rome having trouble getting out here. Just it feels like they aren't confident breaking out of the forward hold. And the one time they did and had a good situation, just losing their med there turned out, not even losing their med wasn't that bad. It's more just the staggering of the spawns, which stopped them from being able to take that advantageous dry fight afterwards. Which
yeah, absolutely.
they split a lot more time, and not a great start for Rome, especially considering they have more experience on this map. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, actually, that is pretty surprising. Just popping up the scoreboard, I will say that I am blown away by like the Amsterdam points right now. Fancy Sun and Sunny are just like taking control of this map thoroughly by the looks of these baby logs, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many kills they have or how much damage, but I think it's a lot. Especially after seeing that one bomb onto the top right, it was all the room side. Just trying to walk through that doorway, just getting shredded by the rockets.
Yeah, but yeah, that like that push through main to bomb straight in by Fancy Sun, like I think Rome Amsterdam soldiers have been doing so much for the forward holds that Amsterdam's been able to set up so far.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like this the way they're playing these forward holds as well, where Amsterdam will like stack their soldiers on the right, but then as they come to the left, they'll really get aggressive on these people on the left who are kind of getting baited a little bit. While the med's kind of delaying a little bit, waiting for the bombs. But they're able to get those picks and then convert from there and then continue forward holding. That happened, I believe it happened once in the first round and it worked very well.
Yeah.
Just got 2 picks instantly and just continued the forward hold.
Yeah, I think this is like a kind of new forward hold meta evolving from Bagel, where it's not like so static like Viaduct, but you're ready to like rotate really fast and push doorways if you see them empty, or you know that like the enemy team is split for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the holder side.
And do you think this is do we know if this is attack pause or if this is a not so
look at
pause?
the timers. I think this is attack.
Yeah, it feels quite tactical in nature. Doing a little bit of a map review perhaps in the middle, just a bit of a refresher. They've got to find a way to get through these. I mean,
yeah.
The best way, I mean, especially considering the loss they had last time, is just maybe perhaps just bust through, except you're going to lose some people and then trade some kills back. Maybe even send someone through one of these right houses if they're being unwatched. If there's an angle there. try to get some behind, create some chaos that way. But what they're doing right now clearly is not working in their favor.
Yeah. I will say, I think one thing they need to improve on, in one word, I would say trickle. I feel like when they're busting, Amsterdam is doing good at like catching out players really early and then forcing Rome into a 5v6. It's like reminiscent of what it's like to play against G6 if you on this map, if you you know care to remember the beatings.
Yeah. That's what I have to say about that. As we go live once again.
I will say there's two ways I think you can beat the forward hold in this map. Just muscle your way through. Oh, Gadilli looks like he might have lagged out or something because he just walked straight into two soldiers in the top left. That's unfortunate, dude.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this round was almost certainly lost anyway, just given how much time to set they had. So, I mean, if you're gonna lag out in one round, this is probably the one to do it, I suppose. Not to say they have no chance of coming back. They've got
Yeah, we've seen.
but they're gonna have to make a miracle happen. Nice, good time in getting through the sticks, and they are gonna be able to take a drive play. Have a little bit of a window here.
Might just be oh, Quack's just going straight behind, getting that. Yeah, there's the early pick I was just talking about. But still, traded out.
Though. Only 13 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
and
they're
we're
already
getting very close to Uber.
Yeah, Fancy's going behind here. We'll be forcing Rome to come back, and this is very tight. They only have 3 seconds to get on more cap time, and Amsterdam is firmly entrenched. Here comes the Uber. Raven trading out for 2 is amazing though, and he's on the cap, just distracting even more. Gadilli is alive as well, so this could turn out really good.
Oh, just barely denying Nig. Gonna add 5 seconds. As mouse kick goes down, actually the fight's not going too bad for them though.
But mouse kick gets the juggle onto Gadilli, and with the bomb across, it will be secured by Noah, and sadly, it looks like that will be the end of this round for Rome.
Yeah, well, the worst spawn's just not really a whole lot you could really hope to do there, especially very unfortunate they got denied. Not that it really mattered a whole lot, but just wasn't a whole lot of options there. I think they really just needed to get aggressive on Weed Whacker sooner before he got that Uber.
Yeah, I would like to see them, as I think I got interrupted by myself earlier. I'd like to see them just bust straight through the forward holds or try to out-rotate them, like work your heals better and then bust through a doorway when it's less contested, which they managed to do last time, but then just did not pan out in the post-bust fight, I suppose. Still, here comes
pretty deep.
Yeah. Early bombs, Rome getting so fast onto Weeb Whacker, but the counter aggression as well. Quacks and Raven both going down. Actually, Fancy's in behind, the only one getting aggressive right now. Picked off bit by bit by the Rome scouts, but the rest of the collapse. In comes, ooh, that's ray gun. 2 scouts and mouse cake will be enough to take down Gad there, and it's gonna be barely a salvage for Amsterdam. I guess they will be rewarded with a small amount of ad as well as and positioning. Rome has to not deny their medic there.
And still not very healthy either. I mean, Amsterdam now with the kind of heal ad since their meds rolling out, gonna be able to get in pretty. It looks like he might have another pause.
Oh, yeah, another pause. Technical issues. Late at night, things happen. Quacks disconnected according to production. Thank you, production. Love you.
But yeah, I mean, with this heal ad, able to get some pretty good positioning here, like you said. Everyone on the side of Amsterdam already pretty healthy. Mouse cake, Noah, ray gun fully buffed. Other soldiers 200, while on the other side not quite as healthy. So there's going to be kind of a free chance to just walk in, start getting some point time.
Depending,
the houses.
Depending on how fast Amsterdam works their heal ad there, it's pretty negligible, honestly. Like just, yeah, maybe like, what is it, 50% of health on a few players. Both teams are so passive. Either way, 20% ad, maybe Weeb Whacker spots Gad across the mid and decides it's worth popping. I'm sure that Rome recognizes that their meds came up second though. It's just gonna be up to whether or not they respect the Uber, and if in response Amsterdam decides to go off of that disrespect.
Speaking of which, can take early control of this left house. Got Raygun and Benson holding that down, while Noah's able to easily edge from the left. Below that support, Raven gonna look to take it back, taking a one-on-one fight, and but meanwhile Vio and Rive going down, Quack's going down, Mid going down, and it's
That's just Gad.
absolute destruction. Gad, fortunately for Rome, able to get out here, so they get chased by Sunny, almost gets the arrow on him. Is gonna live. And
Wait, hold up.
Wait, when did Weebecker die?
Yeah. We're blind. Quacks killed Weebwhacker. So successful sack wave. Congrats, Rome.
Yep, and this round already looking much closer. Rome now with a really big ad.
Oh, Fancy's
And-
also,
and
yeah, getting caught out,
yeah.
juggled by Quacks. Great rockets there, great placement, and it's gonna be yeah, full ad for Rome here. But here comes the sack wave. Hamsterdam coming out. Oh, Gadilli able to get that Uber off onto Cap and converting 3 frags, maybe a 4th one if Raygun gets caught out here. Rive wisely choosing to not take a random 1v1 when playoffs is on the line. Backs out.
Yeah, and very hard not to force on this map. Compared to like Clear Cut or even Product, if Product didn't get on the cliff, it's pretty safe. Clear Cut, you can have the bunker hole, plus a lot of open space to surf through. This map, not so easy to do. As speaking of which, Hamster busting through, nice pipe from Mig onto Noah, taking him down. Going to slow down the push a little bit. Going to make it a little bit harder to take this Uber. Reagan gonna have to take it if anything.
Yeah, still 30 ad, and they are oh, they're just getting so much cap time. They finally respect the roam numbers though, and decide to back, or maybe think it's even. Still, I'd love to see more contesting from the scouts here. Finally, like the edge, the scout finally edges the cap to completion, and it's gonna be both teams facing off with Uber on cap.
Just a nice 50-50 scenario. Pretty close time as well. Really close round. Much better. Perhaps attack pause did pay off.
Yeah, the timer's ticking down though. Like Mouse Cake finally getting rolled. This has to be Vio. Like has to go off of this. Like this is the opportunity to go off because the timer is just going down. You're not going to be able to get cap time unless one Uber gets popped off, and it's going to be Noah taking the initiative. Thankfully, coming to help Sunny on the flank, who is able to take down Quacks, but traded out finally, going a bit too far. Still, they have control over the cap completely. Fancy Sen going in with, or Sunny going in, will go down, trading out as well. Oh, Mouse Cake with a sick trap. It's just, yeah, trade after trade, turning finally into Vio going down from Mouse Cake, and oh, Fancy Sen just in, and just gets the med. Wow. Oh,
So I completely
yeah.
zoned out. It's very late. But
No, yeah, and then it just, okay, wow. Amsterdam just stayed way too late in house. Yeah, that was a kind of sloppy moment, but yeah, I'm not sure how Fancyson just managed to get in with 50 HP and kill Gads there, but that was a perfect response from Rome. Amsterdam absolutely overstayed their house and their stay in the opposing team's house and just got collapsed for it. A refight on cap here would Rive down for Rome right now, so it's going to be almost an even fight for both teams. The pressure already coming out from Noah on the cap. Mig needs to get onto this, and he is already, yeah, both teams already getting those sticks down. Vio barely avoiding those stickies. Big bomb. Oh, big bombs from both soldiers. Gad going down immediately to the Sunny bomb, but still the rest of Rome is able to turn it into a 3v3, but with Weebwhacker escaping. Mouse Kick cratering as well. Weebwhacker escapes to whap another day. Mouse Cake craters. And that's full ad for Amsterdam. Nightmare scenario. Because oh, they're like so close to winning this round. They just need to survive this Uber, and then they're in a really good position. Already Weebwhacker, huge amounts of damage, big pressure from Quacks and the rest of the Rome flank, and that is going to be a good force. They are only 2 down. All they need to do is get the Uber quickly and repush, and this first round for this map could be theirs.
Yeah, it's still not a tough situation because we're gonna have to bleed at least 20 seconds off the clock. So if Weebwhacker manages to get out, we'll have a good chance to kind of just leapfrog it and win the round on their side as well. But as we have a fight on the bottom right, Quack's going down. Great counter fight, forward, trading back and forth.
Oh, Mig solo. Here comes the force though. Mig bombing in with it. He might be too aggressive though. He gets
Might catch
solo.
some
Big
headband
flash.
players. but are just gonna back off and play the point. Not gonna get too ambitious here.
Yeah, they're
But
not getting
very
caught.
scary considering all Weebackers has to do is get this Uber and then they pop it back and they pretty much win the round as long as you get something with this Uber.
Great arrow from Weeb Whacker there to whap Vio and secure the trade against Sunny. And they're just pushing right
Oh,
house.
they're super.
It's,
Yeah, just getting this
it's
free pick on
Quacks
the
against the
shoulder.
world. He's doing a good
Actually,
job
surviving
surviving,
a
but
long time.
it's only 50% on the side of on the
Well,
side of
Mouse
Rome, and
going
Gat's
down.
alone.
It's not so great.
Wait, yeah, they're bombing Mig on top of the cap. The collapse going out onto Cadilli, so no Ubers in play for the team.
The teams are
Rome
very
needs to get the
split up,
frags
too.
here. The ray gun going down. Weewacker alone. They need to kill these players behind. Rome needs to secure these frags. Sunny about to go down. Gets the last rocket off on Rive. And there's still cap time in play for Rome. They have the explosives rolling out, but this is against the scout on high ground. Oh, the
nice
air
pop shot, and then the arrow.
forces him off, but still, yeah, Weewacker keeping him alive. That's gonna be Mig going down, Gag going down. The bombs continue coming in. Oh, another arrow from Weebwacker onto Mouse Cake. Fancyson so low. He's hidden from sight. Rome just not able to convert the frags here. Finally, Fancyson goes out. Big high bomb from Raven, trying to make anything happen. Sunny takes the surf and will make it back onto the high ground. The spawns continue to come in for Rome. The trickle is becoming a positive finally because they are just trickling in one by one to continue living on top of the cap in a miracle situation.
It's gonna be super tight though because
They
Hamsterdam
have
coming up on Uber. Got
They
95.
have to survive this Uber in order to win this round. Already the cap time's coming out. Weebwacker is so safe here, but Mig getting the early frag onto
Oh, he gets a
Raygun.
quickie bomb kill. But
The
Uber does come out, and they're gonna get.
three frags.
We're
Four
gonna make a
when Mig
miracle
goes
happen
down.
here. Mig coming
Noah's
back
so
in.
low. It's just Noah. It's just Vio against the world for one meat shot. Might be able to take down Fancyson, but not able to secure that frag.
Wow,
That's gonna be 3-0 in
much
favor.
better on side of Rome, but still not quite enough.
3-0 in favor of Hamsterdam, but yeah, that round was within a hair's breadth.
Yeah, just that endless fight. Just Weebacker keeping the scout alive, just airing people over and over again to hold that and like milk that much time off the clock. It was absolutely huge there.
Yeah, Mig finally pulling out the alternative weapons. He's on the quickie again. He's giving Mouse Cake the works. Both teams just biding their time. Looks like no cap. Finally, yeah, Rive's on the cap. Getting that cap time. But getting dinged up by those explosive projectile. Finally, the bomb does come in. Raven landing so aggressive, but just levitated. Mig with a big pipe onto both scouts, eliminating them. And that's just the row mid. Mouse Cake going in, but not able to get anything. Thankfully, Weebwacker lives, so it will be even Ubers. But that's the kind of start to the round that you're looking for if you're Rome right now.
And they're getting a sneaky trap Uber down to low. Unfortunately for him, all Hamsterdam going to far opposite side. Might actually get Rig on here. He decides to go another way. Yeah, getting taken down very low, but a lot of damage out for Rome here. Going very good for them. Getting
But the drop!
He drops it.
Huh? Gadilli just milking a little bit too hard, and that's
Yeah.
props to all of them there, because that was Weebwacker put that soldier on life support, and then he just bombed out.
Yeah, that was like a hospice care bomb, but that was amazing.
Fancyson,
Getting the drop
Fancyson is just putting the work in right now.
Yeah, I mean he's making big plays this series like we expected. Speaking of which, he
Finally going
dies.
down to a big play. Caster's Curse in effect, as you all know.
But-
Yeah, Rome recognizing the weakness on the opposite side of the map will be going in, but still, oh, they might have been baited in by Hamsterdam. Oh, thankfully only Quacks is going down there to the Uber. Frag's going in favor of Rome now as they effectively kited that Jazz, and it's going to be Weebwacker all alone in left house, choosing the easy way out. And that is full ad for Rome. This is their round.
Even with
of all of
that,
them.
that seemed a bit too ambitious to take it, and then they're down to chasing that deeply.
Yeah.
And now in a really bad spot. Now Room, has the time ad, has big ad, in position to forward. Things are looking up for them right now. Even after that drop, things have really turned around in their favor this round.
Yeah, they kited that perfectly. Maybe if like Amsterdam was a little bit slower, they'd be able to get a better Uber off. Oh, Mouse Cake behind does get the force. Cadilli down to single-digit health, I think. Great sack away from them. Yeah, Raygun stuck behind. Raygun and Sunny. Yeah, Rome needs to be careful to not take 1v1s here, but they will be converging on Sunny, getting that first frag, which is great, but Raygun on the hunt almost met Gadilli alone, but now stuck behind. Will be attempting to get out through that house, wins his 1v1, and then gets traded out. So, actually, you love to see that because Vio, on that 3-second longer spawn timer, will make this dry fight in favor of Amsterdam eventually, but still, without that, yeah, without the pressure on cap, they're just Amsterdam are just able to edge that cap and convert it. Still good sack from the Rome soldiers. Yeah, good job, Raven.
I mean, they have the time at 1 minute plus Ubrad. In worst case scenario, if they just flip flop back and forth, I mean, the time runs out for them first. So, in a good spot here still.
Absolutely.
90%. As long as Gadilli doesn't die here, just gotta be very careful.
Fancyson just winning his 1v1 and then following up with another trade. If Vio's not careful, he's going to be another victim without even being traded. Raygun following him down, and it's just Amsterdam dominance in the 1v1s right now. They are just eliminating the members of Rome, caught out. Even numbers, spawns are in favor of Rome, but you are not mad at all for eliminating all that time for Amsterdam. They just back off, set your traps up on cap.
Yeah, usually not good to trade, but in this case, actually, this trade's worked out for them pretty well, just burning time off the Uber ad.
Yeah, absolutely. Uber ad and burning that clock. When you're so far forward, you have the opportunity to back off like that. Weebwhacker finally getting that Uber in play. They will be edging the cap so aggressively. Half of it already gone. Pushing Mig off as well. Noah able to put that pressure on, and there's so much damage on the side of Rome right now. Forced off to Noah just running across right into Gadilli's face, and there's not going to be a force on Weebwhacker at all. 50 HP, but running away across the map. And this is, once again, things are flopping back into Amsterdam's favor with these Ubers. Weebwhacker doing a great job preserving them.
It just looked like Rome a little bit too passive with Uber, just too afraid to take the trade and end up forcing way out of position way back. As Sackwave comes in, pretty right, not being noticed here. Getting behind, gets a shot into Weebwhacker, takes out Weebwhacker, another throw. Nice shot by Rive there, just quick 2-tap, and that's it.
Rive and Vio, that scout duo is going crazy. Fancyson behind though, gets the 1 rocket, gets the 2 rocket. He brings the round back in Amsterdam's favor. Oh my god.
Once again, just chaos back and forth. Big flank plays both sides, just really tough game to win that.
Yeah, with heals on cap, this is going to be very tough for Rome to get back into the game right now. They need to make a pick happen on point. Mig doing his best to contest, but Fancyson securing that Uber ad once again with the big play. Rome getting aggressive on these flanks now. Rive in alone, sadly will be going down, but the Saxon, Cracks and Raven in, but it's just going to be a 6-man in for the medic. 14 seconds on the clock. This is going to be, I don't know if even, this is going to be insane. They need to get to cap like now. There's no time to wait.
They gotta be there pretty much right now. They gotta have someone delay it.
Yeah, Amsterdam, they know this. Trap kill on Rive. Scout denying Quacks.
Brave is able to touch it. Raven is able to touch it a little bit. Demo's coming in.
It's just cleanup duty though for the rest of Amsterdam. Again, so close. But
yeah, much better adjustment to the last 2 rounds by Rome. Much closer, but just a little bit too late, perhaps.
4-0 for Amsterdam. Well deserved in the first 2 rounds. And Rome, they fought back as well as they could, but maybe the attack pause was just too late.
Yeah,
congrats. Anyways, those last 2 rounds were insane.
Yeah, they really showed they know how to play the map. Just didn't quite work out for them. Made a few mistakes here and there. Just some really big flanks. Maybe just not keeping track of people quite as they should. Got the med picked in situations where keeping them alive. They're really good to turn them around, especially in a round so close as that. And on the flip side, good job on the side of Amsterdam. The soldiers and scouts, everyone creating all that chaos, getting those big plays, getting those picks when they needed them, and making it a dominant 4-0, but maybe one that didn't feel super dominant towards the end. It's a competitive 4-0 in a way.
The scales tipped. It was, as the classic phrase go, it was more competitive than the score suggested.
Yeah, that is the case quite often on Bagel. A lot of times you see these 4-1, 4-0 games where a bunch of the rounds just come right down to the wire. I've been on both ends of that, having both lost, dominantly where you had 0-0 each time, and also the other way around. Can be a bit of a frustrating map in that regard. Fortunately for these teams, it is double elimination playoffs. I am pretty sure. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. But
It is. It is. There's a
okay,
lower
yeah,
bracket to get to.
I knew that for sure. Yeah. So they, of course, Rome does have another chance to come back, learn, adapt, maybe pick this map again, maybe learn from their mistakes, maybe pick a different map, see what happens.
Absolutely. Oh, that was a crazy series. Just look at the stats for 1 second. Who do you think's on top?
Uh, yeah, I see one guy with substantially more DPM than everybody else and going substantially positive on Pocket Soldier. That
Shout out
man is
also Shout out
fancy
also
Sonic.
to Sunny and Raygun. In general, like that Hamsterdam flank has just went completely crazy this map.
Yeah, they're absolutely all over the place this game. Both of them was having kind of pretty standard stat lines. Make just it does the same amount of damage as Mouse Cake, and also has pretty much the same survivability, but it's taking a lot more damage, taking a lot more of those resources. Meanwhile, Mouse Cake only taking 20% heals while still like putting out a lot of damage. So that's also pretty impressive by him, just the efficiency there.
I think a lot of that came down to traps, maybe the forwards taking your soul. Actually, yeah, maybe taking your soldiers. Still, the number of crazy plays we saw come out from the fancy Meister today.
Yeah, from both sides, it's really difficult to just keep track of what's going on. There's just so many flanks going on, so many plays happening all over the place, so many
Hey,
fights happening on the
absolutely.
flank. But any other stats you want to look at? Let's see. So kind of looking at the drops. Gadilli. So Weebacker did drop one more time than Gadilli, but yeah, I think another big stat here is just how well Amsterdam was able to keep their meta alive in this bagel. Weebacker with only 8 deaths to Gadilli 16. That's almost
Yeah,
like
that's a great point.
yeah.
I think just looking at the Ubers too, 4 more Ubers from Weebwhacker, but just the amount of times he would just be out and able to keep the Uber when Rome forced or Gadilli went down in the sack wave, just won them so much time every round.
Yeah, absolutely. And didn't really look like a mechanics issue. It wasn't like people were just getting too shot and beefing their serves. Like everyone was like getting their mechanics pretty well. It's just it did seem like Weebwhacker and his team knew like when to be out, like where they're safe, and just sort of a positioning thing more than anything, I think. So, any final thoughts before we wrap up, or any predictions for the future, or the
Uh,
past, or the present?
I have no such thoughts. I'm kind of wrung out.
Yeah, I'm sure the players, after playing such an intense series, after that, and those first 2 maps were down to the wire and pretty intense. Then even the Bagel game, just like those 2 really close rounds at the end, and Bagel, just the fact that it's just total non-stop action makes it very, very tiring. Sometimes to watch, but especially to play. So, great job to both teams. And I don't believe are we getting an interview? I would like to interview Fancy Son if he's available.
That would be pretty cool. We could keep it short too.
All right, I'll send him a message. We'll wait a
Looks
moment.
like a no from the boss and Fireside Cast too. All right, producer says no. All right, to what? Oh yeah, so producer says hell no.
Well,
Womp womp.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to both teams. Amazing comeback from Rome on the second map and coming so close on Bagel.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the Amsterdam 1 Room's pick and Room 1 Amsterdam's pick. Don't see that very often, but good job on them for adapting and playing every map and playing hard, getting greedy.
Yeah. Shout out to Mogini and Cuddly Cow, favorite viewers for the day.
Yep, shout out to everybody.
Wow. Cheap out. Cop out.
All right, I think that's it from us. Unless you have any final thoughts, I think that's it from me.
Nah,
It's
that's
very late,
it.
so
Let's
good night,
just
everyone.
say good night. Yeah, good night. Thanks for watching.